to make sure that that is done. So you need to have been a subscriber for 20 minutes to talk to us. All right. I'm feeling really heavy and I didn't want to come live with it. And honestly, it just descended on me in the last hour or so. I've had to catch up with friends today. I was going to come on a lot earlier, but storms took out our power. And as I was just sitting in prayer today, before I came live, all I could do is just say, God, I need you. You know, like I need you, I need you, I need you. And because the air just feels so heavy. It just really feels so heavy. So if you're going through it, understand that the astrology is that way. It's a heavy time. And so we're going to look at that in a little bit. We're going to actually look at what's coming up in this next week. It's just been really heavy. So as I shared with last video, my friend, she lost her love. And she has MS too. And so, you know, she's been battling with MS, with COVID. It's put her in the hospital a few times. And the house that she began renting last year, after having a really hard time finding a house, the landlord's a little cheapskate. Hey, Jen. So he keeps like not really fixing things. So her air is out. And with MS and heat, you can literally pass out and die. She's told me that a few of the people within her group that she's in on Facebook, like a lot of them have died from the heat. Because MS and the nerve endings and something about the heat, like, you know, and I'm already scared of the heat myself, having had a mini stroke 4 years ago around this time, well, in May. It's just really heavy for her. So I did make a post with a meal train that our little tight group of friends has organized for her. Everything goes to them. And we also put the information for Zelle or Cash App so things can go to them. She honestly needs like a little air conditioner because she can't rely on this landlord, and he doesn't really fix things, and she has a leak in the water that's giving her $700 water bills. Like, she's been going through it. So losing her love last weekend, I don't want her to go back in the hospital. And then a friend of mine, yesterday or the day before, she was in a hit and run. And luckily she has a dash cam, and I had to point this out to her because she was in a hit and run backwards. Like, this person was in the intersection in a brand new car, like a 25 or 24, and they suddenly just reversed extremely fast and hit her. And then I guess they saw her dash cam. They didn't know she had it in the wrong place, so it didn't actually record them. But they saw her dash cam and just took off. So she says she's depressed, and I'm like, you're live, honey. You're live. So that's what matters. And I'm glad she had the dash cam because that would have been really bad. It would have automatically looked like she hit them. It's just been a heavy month. So we're going to clear the air. Okay. So we're not going to do breathing. I had to do prayer before I came on, so I've already done it. I hope you do it for yourself. Let's see. Oh, we have a new moon on Sunday. Oh, sorry, wrong calendar. New moon on Tuesday. Okay, is this supposed to be a good one? Oh, God, girl, listen, it's been heavy. So I did put the information in a post, and I put the information in the description for anybody who's watching this on replay or currently. So anything you give can help. She needs whatever. She just needs whatever. What was I looking up? New moon. Okay. What's the new moon meaning on July? Okay, so as I said when we were doing the July reading, that I was going to take another look at this upcoming week because things get really dicey, and it's been interesting. Okay, so new moon in Cancer. Alrighty, new moon in Cancer. So new moon in Cancer, because today's the 11th, so we should start feeling it soon. New moon in Cancer during a Mercury retrograde. So instead of starting brand new things, use this time to reflect, review, and revisit past lessons. Okay. A new moon is the start of a new lunar cycle, so it's an ideal time to plant seeds for the future by writing down your goals and desires. Yeah, you can do that. Self-nourishment. It's time to pause and ask yourself what actually nourishes you. Focus on self-care and setting healthy boundaries. And then emotional healing. Cancer rules your inner world. Oh, God. And my friend's birthday is on Sunday, the one who lost her love. Oh, man. Anyway, so this moon helps you let go of old family patterns and find relationships that make you feel safe and supported. Ooh, that's a heavy order to do for anybody, let alone a new moon. Okay, so new moon in Cancer. Okay, I will do quick member readings. Nothing like I did on the full moon, but something quicker on the 14th, Tuesday. Let me see what time I will be doing it. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's been a wild month. So I've been watching, I don't know if you guys watch J Megan. She's here on YouTube as well as on TikTok. But she's been following the Tyler trial, and she has similar, what's the word? Similar reservations about the information that she's getting regarding Lance. And y'all know, when we just did this last reading, we were talking about this Lance thing. Like, if you missed that last reading, go back and watch it. I did put timestamps up under it. But the whole last reading was a Charlie episode. Like, we talk about a lot of different things dealing with this Charlie situation. It's really, really, really interesting. Oh yeah, and I had a channeled session. So what's really also interesting is I just watched this woman's video. I think I'll share it. In a post where she had. Let me see if I can find it. She had a Charlie channel thing happen with her sometime in the last week. And I thought that was really interesting too. I was like, uh-oh, she's going to say different things than me. And curiously, she didn't. You know, because I'm not that confident in what I do with that part. But she did not. And I thought that was so interesting. Of course, she has 37,000 views. I think I have 37. But I'm going to share it as a post. Y'all check that reading out. She's picked up similar things. One of the things that she had picked up, catch this woman's channeling of Charlie. Okay, I'm going to put it there so that you guys can watch it. So she picked up similar things. One of the things that I realized as I was going through my own channeling with with the Charlie situation, when I went through my own channeling, he wouldn't talk about the kids. So, like my mind was like, at one point I was like, I kind of want to talk about the kids. Like, what's up with the kids? Are they yours? Or, like I wanted to talk about the kids. He would not bring up the kids. So, I thought that was really interesting, at least to me, because I don't understand why he wouldn't. Um, and I never like outwardly ask that question, but it's like, when you're having a spiritual conversation, a lot of times you could just think a thought and you don't have to ask the question. But it was like I was deliberately being steered away from talking about the kids. And I'm not really sure about why. I'm really not. I'll just say I'm not. Okay? Because I know personally, myself, I kind of don't believe they're his. And I feel like he suspected the same. I really do feel like he suspected the same. Um, I'm just putting my link there too, under that post, so that you don't have to go looking for it. All right, so hello. I got the little gold light just now. I don't think, I don't know. Maybe I'll ask that question. I don't know. I kind of don't. It just felt like he didn't want to talk about them. Let me say Charlie kids. So, additionally, there has been some more things coming out about Noah's case, but I think some of the more sobering thing for me is the number of other cases that did not get the same kind of attention that has happened very, very recently. Like there was a similar case in April. Then there was this thing that luckily did not become a case, where a similar situation, this black boy was in the water and he was telling his friends he couldn't swim and they were laughing, and a passing boat had to get him out. I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's an epidemic or what it is. I just don't know. I'm in mom mode when I start thinking about that and not spiritual mode. So it's a little dampening of the spirit. So, and that's partially what added to the heaviness for me is, I've, been reading some of the things up on it. Now, with Mitch, there was a video released, supposedly, of the ambulance picking him up from his home. And supposedly, I'll just say supposedly, but apparently, they're getting the floors remodeled in his home. Because, that makes sense. So, interesting. I don't know. Have you guys seen the video? Have y'all seen the video of him? I'm sure we can find it. So let's find it. Hold on. Mitch Ambulance. I don't know how I feel about this video. I don't know if I feel this video is real. Hey, Becky. So I really don't know how I feel about this video, but we're going to look at it. Especially anything coming from CNN, CBS, or any kind of news source, legacy news source. I just don't trust. And the fact that this is coming out is not making sense to me because it happened a month ago. So it's not making any kind of sense to me. But let's look at this video. Supposedly CNN was the one to obtain it. I do not trust CNN. Like I said, I don't trust any legacy media at all. They are all bought. And they prove it repeatedly. Okay, so first of all, here's a couple things. I really don't trust this video because look at this. Okay, you're going to be looking from the computer point of view, so take that into account. So you're not going to see it the way that I'm seeing it, but it got me questioning, and I really hope you guys look at this video on your own and you zoom in on your own, You can say what you want about distance. Honey, we've been watching movies for a very long time. We've been watching video for a very long time. We've been watching social media videos for a very long time on crappier phones than we have now. I don't buy that shit, so stop saying it. Okay? So, anyway, look at this. Look at those letters. We can't read them. That's a clue. Then, when you watch the interaction here with this head and these people coming out, it does the wobble thing. It does the energy wobble thing. That's a clue. And it keeps doing it over and over again. I don't know exactly how much I trust this. Additionally, AI sucks at distance. AI sucks at not even distance. What perception. So if you notice, this phone, all right, I'm holding the phone. So this is pretty flat, but this has a almost a slightly diagonal, like diagonalness to it. I don't know what to say. Um, it's not right, right? It shouldn't be so far back. Even if you're talking about me tilting the phone, which I would buy if I was this person, I can't buy it when this is the only thing really tilted out of place and everything else isn't. Like, I just can't buy that kind of mess. Y'all could make whatever kind of excuses you want. People do that. That's fine. Whatever makes you feel like we're not in the Truman Show, whatever, it's fine. I get it. Nobody wants to snap. Trust me, I get it. But at the same time, I'm telling you to question everything. We're getting this video extremely late, a whole month later. And people who are EMTs and nurses and stuff of this nature, they point out the non-hurried nature of this EMT, of this entire team. They also point out the way that if he had a cardiac arrest, they would still be working on him. And there would, again, be this urgency. And unfortunately, we don't see that. Someone said, oh, you know, if he really was DOA, they wouldn't be putting him in an ambulance. And I'm going to ask you to suspend your belief of what's normal because we're not in normal times. Please understand we're not in normal times. Nothing about what the F is going on is normal. So don't say they if he was dead on arrival, they would not take him in an ambulance. Yes, they would if they're trying to prop up the lie that he's still alive to avoid giving up a seat in the Senate, which they would do. Y'all have watched the Crime Syndicate enough. All right, so let's watch this video real quick. Again, we're watching from a computer, so you're not going to be able to see it the way that I see it, because you'll have some of this graininess. Like I can already see the little waviness like on the back screen and stuff like that because you're on the computer. So here we go. And I lost a lot of people. In case you don't realize, you guys, I don't like this crime syndicate that's over us. So if that is a deal breaker for you, good. All right, here we go. Okay. So that's what you should have paid attention to right away, was the fuzziness of this. Okay, watch this. Watch this. Watch these people move, y'all. Oh my God. Hold on. Watch these people move. I'm not going to turn this into a 30-minute dissertation, I promise. Did you see his head do the thing? Because AI still struggles with this. But anyway, let's keep going. Look at all these heads doing the thing. Okay, hold on. You got to see that. Let's go back to, you see, they got this blurriness. Now, I questioned when I watched it, is it blurriness like this? Like, hey, let's not see the tag. Maybe he has a brand name or something. I do the same thing y'all do. I try to give excuses. Maybe it's a brand name and they blurred out a brand name, like that kind of thing. But then when I kept watching, I noticed other things. All right, so let's do it again. And I want you to continue to watch like this area. It's weird for some reason. So this guy's completely blurry. Again, no urgency. None. And they said this was something, it could be something because he's in orange, this orange thing. I forgot what they called it. I forgot what they call that thing. I can't remember exactly what it's called. I meant to look it up, but then everyone still came after and was like, listen, I'm an emergency room nurse. I'm an EMT. There's absolutely no urgency whatsoever about this. And there just isn't. Again, because if he was in active cardiac arrest or whatever, you're like, if you're trying to save his life, guess what you would be doing? You'd be trying to save his life. Anyway, so like he gets in really slow. The chow lady doesn't go with him. Um, it's just interesting stuff. And then you can't read anything, and you should be able to make out stuff other than like Alexis. Girl, I wish there was a phone for us to see. They mess up with those phones often. I'm like, show me a phone, please. Okay, so then you hear somebody talking. This is so similar to when we watched the trash being thrown out the White House window. Like, y'all, it took a while to realize that was AI because I wasn't in AI land at the time. But now I understand. Like, look at this. Look how the symbol bleeds. See all that blue outside of the symbol? And then the symbol actually loses its symbolness. Look at that. So now the blue is all outside the symbol. It wasn't before. And there used to be a symbol right here, and it's not anymore. Let's see. I'm going to show you. That head thing keeps catching me. I'm sorry. Like that little spot about the head and all of this blur is catching me. And if you notice, like, look, this doesn't look so zoomed in. It doesn't look so tilted back. Let me see if I can get to the symbol. Okay. When she zooms in, that symbol disappears. Okay. Watch. When she zooms in, the symbol that you can kind of sort of see disappears. And then look at that. And then it comes, oh, I'm sorry. I'm not looking in the right place. Excuse me. You see how it keeps moving? It's not because the camera's zooming in. Y'all try zooming in with your own cameras and you will see any excuses you're giving these people really doesn't actually hold. Look, we're even missing a door. Wow. We got the thing we're supposed to have there. But guess what? We're missing a door. Isn't that interesting? We got that one. And AI also has a hard time with straight lines. But we're missing a door. So y'all, this is not a real video. So this is AI. They showed us an AI video. For what reason? For what reason? Because according to this video, he's dead. Because there's no urgency whatsoever. They're not trying to save a single life. So according to this video, he's dead. Is that what they're trying to show us? Anyway, so yeah, so the symbol disappears and comes back and disappears and comes back. Y'all saw that. You're seeing it. And then it's not even a correct symbol anymore. And now it's like bleeding up in there. And look, all the bleeding is gone. So you can't say it's an old truck and it was bleeding. All the bleeding is gone. So this is an AI video, you guys. This is an AI video. And to what end? What point? Why are they doing this? Now look how the symbol looks. Now you have a split line right here. See that? It's wider now than it was over there. So why do we have an AI video? Why do we have an AI video of Mitch looking dead on arrival? And again, if he was dead on arrival, the typical thing to do, oh, the arm kept disappearing. I didn't notice that. Did y'all see that? The arm kept disappearing. The typical thing to do would be a coroner, not an ambulance. So the ambulance is a cover. See that arm? Look what the arm is doing. It's going in and out right here. AI is not able to do so many people at one time. And it really, 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 really sucks at detail. Really sucks at detail. See the guy's arm? Anyway, so yeah, this is an AI video. Again, is there such thing as a Lexus 570? I wonder, hold on. Because you know, sometimes AI be making up shit. Wait, did I say Lexus 570? Oh, LX 570. Lexus LX 570. Is that a real thing? I want to see the back of it. I want to see the back of it. Show me the back of your core. Show me the back. Okay, here we go. Wait, 2017. Show me a newer one. Let's put latest model. Because, like, what does it look like? Let me see. Hold on. I can't, oh, that is an older model. Oh, good gravy, it is. That's an older model. So yeah, y'all, they AI'd us with this damn video. That looks like maybe 2015 to be nice. Okay, where's the back of the car? That's 2024. I don't think it's a 2024. What does that look like? Wait, what model year did that look like? That looks older. Hey, Lisa. Yeah, girl, this surfaced a whole month later. Are you kidding me? Why would we not see this already? And then it's obtained by CNN exclusive. So it's CNN bullshit. That's what it is. Look at the symbol over there. Child. What model this looks like? I'm not good with cars, so I can't tell you. And if anybody else is trying to talk and you're not a subscriber to the channel, you gotta be a subscriber for at least 20 minutes because we get a lot of nut jobs. So I do what I can to filter a little bit. I got some filter words, but you know, I'm not a scam. I'm not a grifter. I'm not taking your money. I mean, if you want to give me some, go ahead. Information in the description box. But that doesn't look like a newer model. So I think I'm going to go with the 2017 that I saw. Let's see. I just want to see what a backup one looks like. I want to see this car in particular. Show me the money. Because I want to see how the words would be. It looks almost like that one. Oh yeah, it definitely looks almost like that one. Look at it, it's so close. So this should be words then, I think. Can we see that bigger? I just want to see you guys real quick. Show me the back. Show me the back side. Oh, show me more. Wait, the lights are different. So I don't know what year it is, so I can't really say much in that area, but the lights are way different. These are more, I want to say 2006, 7, 8, to be honest, but I don't know. I don't know cars like that enough to say that. Baby, come back. Yeah, the lights are different. I was just trying to see how, if there was a car by that type. And it says it is, but that number is weird. You know, it's messy. You see how messy it is? That's another tell right there. It's not a nice, clear 5, 7, or 0, to be honest. Because look at the kind of print they use. 5, 7, 0. Yeah, it's not even the same print. I wonder when they started making them. That's just research I'll do on my own. But, well, let's see. Introduced Okay. They were introduced. Yeah. Okay. So they were introduced in like 2007, 2007, 2008. So let's look at a 2009. And I say that because my car is, it's a luxury vehicle, but it's from 2006. I bought it 20 years older. uh, and you know, those rounded lights are not a type of thing that they put on cars anymore. So I just want to see the back of one really quickly because it looks like a 2009-ish type of car. Yep, there's the back. So it is like a 2009. Look at me. My boyfriend would be so proud of me. He's going to be like, babe, you knew a car. Not really. I knew a year. That doesn't count. All right. So let's see. Get down. Alrighty. I should call him and tell him, hey, I could guess a year. Hold on. What's the zooming? Zoom, zoom, zoom. All right. I just want to see. I'm not going to see well with this. But that's about right. That kind of car light. That kind of car light. Okay. Why are you having me download? Wait, is that what I'm looking at? Is this the one I was just on? Oh, Lord. Anyway. Okay. So basically that was correct. And look, I would see a door. Hold on. I want to show you. I would see a door. Baby, come back. All right. Can we zoom into this baby? Okay, cool. Just zoom it in, babes. All right. Let's zoom in a little bit. Zoom, zoom. Oh, you zoom out when we zoom in. Funny. Okay. So, yeah. So the lights are still kind of wrong because they have white lights here, but you never know if they did it. But see, like even on this, there's a door line and there's not one on the video. Okay. And then, yeah. So the numbers are like really specific. 570. And the L always has that little bend, because, you know, it's Lexus. It's Lexus. So, yeah, it's not exactly right. And that X is definitely not right because, hold on, get rid of you. You see the X? The X has that thicker line here. Pow! Like it's like stabbing because it's from Lexus. Okay? And this does not have that. Pow! It looks like hockey sticks. Okay. So let's see if we ever get doors. I just want to see if we ever get doors. Yeah. So, but judging by these lights, it would be in the O's. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, you zoomed in too fast, girl. And then, hold on. Wait, did you see his butt? And I don't mean that in a bad way. Yes, watch the booty. Watch the booty. And again, I didn't mean this in a bad way. Watch the booty. The booty keeps doing things. All of a sudden we have that. We have a belt. Let me see if the shirt lifted. Nope, the shirt never lifted, honey. And we got a belt. Suddenly we have a belt. Okay, watch what else happens with his booty. And now we don't have a belt. Why did they AI this? And then look at the DC. It's looking like a DG. Why did they AI this? You see, now I'm telling you, this over here makes sense. Like what's happening to their heads and the blur and the lean of the brownstone or whatever it's called. Yep. Yep. It all makes sense now. I figured that video wasn't real. And then somebody showed some kind of picture from a hospital bed. And I'm like, that shit ain't real either. So there's nothing real. Obviously, they didn't talk to this man for 20 minutes because if you've watched him speak at all over the year, and they've shown several videos of him, The man was a walking corpse, and I don't mean this in a very harsh way. I just mean I think he only stayed alive because he was made to. I think he would have loved to have been in Shady Oaks retirement home, but I think they made him. So maybe we should start there. I think we were going into that yesterday, the day before. Oh my God, wait. And then the Tyler video. Did y'all watch the lands? Oh, I love how J. Megan pointed it out. You guys have to find her page. Matter of fact, I'll share her page in my post section because I wonder if she put it up. But if you go to Lance's testimony, I love the fact that we looked him up the day before. If you go to his testimony, I was like, what the hell? First of all, this doesn't even look like a real guy. There's that part. And then, let's see if I can find a short of it. It didn't look like a real guy. And then compared to the lawyer's picture, the lawyer's video, it looks completely different. Now, Jay's take on it is that there was a real deposition, and then they put his character, since it's all an act, right, Charlie? They put his character as, what are the words I'm using? They put his character as, I forgot, I lost it. But anyway, oh, they washed him out. So look at this real quick. Listen, okay, let me zoom you back out. So look at, first of all, I want you to see, this is Megan's thumbnail, right? We're not going to click on this. This is Megan's thumbnail of him. But this is what the video looks like. Look how they doctored it. They fixed his eyeballs. Isn't that interesting? They fixed his eyeballs. They gave his face a little bit of dimension. Isn't that interesting? The hair got some color and shine. So I thought that was really interesting that that's what her thumbnail looks like, because this is what he looked like on video. All right, let's see if we can find a short. I don't know, Jen. And this is crazy because here's another one of her things, right? Look at her other thumbnail. So this is of supposedly his furriness, right? Do you see that guy? And do you see this guy? Those are two different guys. Eyebrows completely different. Eyebrow, bone structure, eye structure, completely different. That's the thing about Lance, is when we looked up his picture, he had 859 million different pictures. Okay, so interesting that this channel has it doctored even more. Meanwhile, if I go to a news channel, Court TV, it doesn't look like that. It looks like that. I go to Fox, it looks like that. But this guy has it doctored. Okay. So I just want to find a short. Show me shorts. We wear shorts. Oh, and then Jay broke that down too about this video, the time difference and shadows missing and all this other kind of stuff. Yeah. Then this guy, Valhalla, he was one of the first people I watched about the whole situation. And he's like, there's no way this guy was shot with a 30-06. No way. Okay, so I don't see any shorts. Okay, let's go with this one.
Lance Twiggs was dating Tyler Robinson. Caught an interview with Twiggs was shown.
Okay, just look at the guy anyway. Don't listen to. Okay, this is on CNN. Sorry. All right, so this guy doesn't look anything like the guy we researched. Yeah, when he was chewing. Oh gosh, I can't believe you people are like just sitting here lying to us. Watch this. Okay, first of all, you see this man? This man has dimension. And he's sitting in front of a window. So, first of all, that's horrible. You never sit in front of a window and shoot a video. You don't feed the lens light, you put light behind a lens. So, he's already washed out from that. But you can still see dimension. He has cheekbones, or cheek meat, whatever. He has sallowness to his face, and whatever. Again, still questionable anyway. But this right here, this boy has a flat sheet face. Like, nothing on his face. He has, I guess they're trying to say he's going through hormonal thingamabobs, except, except, let me show you a picture of Lance that we saw. That was a recent picture of Lance in November, not November, in February. Hold on. Someone in the comments of the video say, why does this look like it's recorded with a calculator? Oh my God, that was the funniest thing I read. I cackled. Okay, so you see this guy. This guy, here we go with this game. This guy doesn't look like that guy. That guy doesn't look like this guy. Then this guy is supposed to look like this guy. But that guy doesn't look like, let's find a recent one. There, this one. So supposedly this is him. Look at this detail. Those are not the same person. And like I said, he's a little bit more masculine. He has some kind of, what do you call that thing? Personality, expression. He's not this guy. So, anyway, like, they're just playing us for a fool, like, seriously playing us for a fool, because here's that guy at the gas station. That guy is not that guy. They're not the same dude. They're just not. Anyhow. Then, oh my God, then they posted his text messages. And I'm like, this is obviously created text messages. And then J. Megan broke it down. And she was like, she looked at the background of the different text messages. Because, once I looked at it, I was like, this is shit. And then I just went off of it. And she looked at the background of the text messages. And she said, these backgrounds are exactly the same backgrounds from when he was interrogated. And which is interesting because Candace had did a report a while ago that said there was no interrogation video. And why is that? So if Candace got there was no interrogation video, then all of a sudden we're getting an interrogation video. It's like, what? And then on top of that, when I looked at the interrogation video, I went, this is AI. And so the outfit he supposedly committed the thing in becomes the outfit he 2 days later apparently turns himself in, but he switches the pants but not the shirt and the hat. Like, we're stupid. We're so stupid. I mean, that's the only way, right? We're stupid. That's the only way this makes sense. We're completely dumb. Like, you have to be a person who doesn't ask any questions. And then on top of that, Tyler has not the worst face, but very closely the worst face shape of all of life. Like, he has like this underbite looking thing. He's a weak chin person. He is so not attractive. He looks like he shares Neanderthal DNA. He has a very hooded eyebrow, whatever. When they released pictures of the guy who supposedly did the thingamabob, that man did not have his weak chin. You can't fake this weak chin. The boy is noticeable. Like, I wish I can find those pictures. I didn't think to pull them up. But the initial shooter pictures. They're showing him with his hat down. I'm not seeing it with his face up like I saw early on in the thingamabob. He didn't have the same hairline. He didn't have the same face shape. You know, they just got somebody who can pass as him with with a hat pulled low. You know, same body shape. That's easy to do because he's just a lanky dude. But there were just things that just stood out. And so, you know, people may joke about internet sleuths and internet detectives, but people forget that on the internet are actual people who are sleuths and detectives for real, as well as people who eat their shit for lunch and dinner because they have pattern recognition skills. So, you know, people are like, oh, you're going to believe somebody on the internet? You didn't realize the internet houses everybody who is on the internet. So there's all kinds of people there. Anyway, so I just think that's really interesting. I mean, I was going to say I don't understand the AI lie. What I don't understand is why people aren't calling them out. So where are we starting? Where are we starting? Did I read about Lance? I think I remember trying to read about Lance, but I don't know if we got him. Can anybody tell me if we did? If you were here or if you watched the replay? Did we get Lance? I kind of wanted to be done with the Charlie stuff, but I'm interested. Listen, they do. They count us on us being stupid and distracted. However, for many of us, this is like not for me because I'm not really that far interested. I just watched the J Megan video and I was like, ugh, I'm glad you feel like being interested. Like I was earlier last year, like in September, honestly up through like January, February, and then I just released it because I'm like, what's the point of me talking about it if nobody's going to do anything about it? And I don't mean because I'm talking about it. I mean because they're just not calling it out. Because if my non attention paying self, like I'm usually in my own world. And so if I am spotting these things about, hey, something's wrong here, something's off here. Whereas journalists used to be able to tell you, hey, she wore that dress on June 29th and she wore that dress in 1986. Like they can tell you these details. And yet, with all this AI shit out here, they're not saying anything. And it has to be on purpose that they're not saying anything. Like I would love to be a fly in one of these real journalists' rooms and hear what they're saying. Like they're probably talking like the way we talk, like, oh my God, they want us to talk about this shit. Okay. And so Trump said, you know, and it's like, no. It has to be frustrating. Wow. This wand, if you remember my dream about the man dying and how in my dream it was in a Hogwarts type of castle and the wand was supposed to be used to tell us the man was dead, and the wand wasn't used to do that. The wand was used to make stuff instead of alerting us to the truth. This is the AI. This is the stuff that they're doing with their wand, which is supposed to be shedding a light on the truth, which is supposed to be delivering messages. But they're restricted by the oligarchs, by the broligarchs. Like, it has to be infuriating. It has to be. This is crazy. These two kings. I see the King of Cups. I get a little hopeful. I go, oh, the EO, but I don't think so. I'm losing hope in the EO, to be honest, because everything is being deliberately ignored when that EO has its chance to be out. See, there's a judgment right behind this guy. Like, this is literally the option, and they're not taking it. They're looking the other way instead of looking directly into the sun with this, instead of calling out the corpses. And apparently there's three. Oh, yeah, there is three. There's Charlie, there's Mitch, and there's the bitch. I mean, whatever. Or we could talk about the other three. I don't remember, Jen. If we talk about the other three, then we could talk about the three leaders, right? Who are not here. The one in vodka, the one in blue, and the one here. You get what I'm saying? They know, Becky. And this is like infuriating. They know. They know, they know, they know. But they're being told to stay quiet. But what is this King of Cups? Like, okay, like the King of Cups is an option. Like, it really is an option. They know that thing wasn't won fair and square. They know. They know. But we're run by the mafia. People get disappeared. And I think, I don't know. Wait, hold on. I don't know. Hold on. Let me see something. Because I'm taking out cards. Let me make sure I'm backed up so you guys can see this on replay. As I'm taking the cards from the King of Cups, and I'm seeing this, that's interesting. Okay, here's a word that just jumped up and gave me chills with this. On the doubt, on the judgment card, we have self-loathing. That is literally the word. It's not no self-awareness. It's not even doubt. It is self-loathing. That's when I got chills, when I read self-loathing. They hate themselves. They absolutely hate themselves. I mean, I lost 2 accounts for not talking about it. You know? I mean, for talking about it. I lost 2 accounts. And listen, taking that monetized account hit really hurt. Like, it really hurt. Oh my God. I've been scrambling. But here's why I'm talking about this here is, okay, so this is the King of Cups. This is compassionate, caring, affectionate, friendly. I think the EO, I think people who actually care about the US, like this kind of stuff, like they're supposed to be the leaders. They're supposed to be the truth. They're supposed to, be this thing. That's what journalists are supposed to be. But now they're reduced to hating themselves. And the interesting thing is, this is a bigger card than this King of Cups. This is bigger. They feel this to the core. But I have the Eight of Cups here. And I'm like, is this them walking away from this truth? Is it them turning a blind eye to the truth? Walking into the valley of darkness? Because now we got mountains and clouds. We have a moon that is frowning at them for keeping this secret. Interesting. And if you look at this person's face, they're just as upset and dejected as that moon is at them because they're walking away. Urgh. This is abandonment, disappointment, failed attempts. And the cups are crying. The cups are like, one cup is dead. Well, 2 cups is dead. One is spilt over. Then you have crying. Then you have gasping. Like, everybody is upset as they head to this cloudy mountain of confusion and subterfuge. But, oh, interesting. Hold on. Wait. The World card comes here. Yeah, that moon was giving some hard side eye. But the World card is coming, and also the Knight of Swords. Oh man, hold on. What are we talking? Ooh, hold on. The moon said I got to get a card by myself. 1 second, you guys. So we have the King of Cups, the Judgment in reverse, the Eight of Cups, the World card. And the word that jumps out for me here is possibilities, even though it's an ending card. But the possibilities. And then we have the Knight of Swords. So this is the fighter between the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. These are the fighters. Hold on, Jen. 1 second, girl. It's assertive. It's direct action. It's heroic. Okay, somebody's going to step out of line. They had enough. Okay, got it. Thank you. Whew, Lord, thank you. Because coming behind that is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And for me, on one hand, this is like greed, failure, deceit, lack of funds. But also, I see this as, with the Nine of Pentacles, I see that as not analysis. What's the word? Oh my gosh, my brain's going to sleep on me. It's probably saying, because you're supposed to be asleep. Hold on. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Lack of funds, failure, deceit again. So there's two deceit words, and bad investment. So this Knight of Swords. Oh, this is Watergate. Yes, girl. But this is Watergate. Somebody's going to hit the air because it is the sword. So this is communication. This is internet. This is an expose. Somebody's going to hit this internet and they're going to explain some of the deceit, some of these money trails. Oh my God. Because look, the moon just winked at me, y'all. The moon just said, hey, girl. You think things were totally done in secret? Let's take that back. The moon has winked. Okay, so again, deception. But this time, the moon's going to be showing us this deception. Yeah, because it's in the upright. So the moon is going to be showing us this deception. Okay, so whoever this Knight of Swords is, baby, I'm feeling you. And I do hear that song, I need a hero, because I need taking over rather than the EO. It could be, Jen, because honestly, like I'm feeling the energy fade from the EO. We're not taking any steps whatsoever towards it. And I think we missed our window with it, to be honest. Because the energy feels faded. Okay, we will read on that EO and see if it's still there. I feel it's faded. I hope that wasn't part of the timeline jump. Okay. All right, so we got 3 intuition cards out here because this is the Ace of Cups, but it's in reverse. So what is this? And the Seven of Cups. Okay, and the Page of Swords. All right, and then the Ace of Swords in reverse. And then the Knight of Pentacles, and then the Star. Oh my God, we're in for another roller coaster, you guys. I don't like this. Wait, is Christy coming back on the scene? Who else is my Queen of Pentacles? Christy is exactly who jumped in my head, though. The energy shifted, y'all. And I think it shifted with the 4th of July. I don't know. Okay. The words I'm receiving is because there's a better option. I don't know why I'm getting that. All right, oh God, we're going to have to look into it. Yeah, you're feeling it too, right? And I'm like, okay, is that just this Mercury retrograde feeling? You know, like the ick that is clouding stuff. But we're in some astrological basket of something, Barbie's basket or something like that. I don't know. I haven't been following it because I'm like, frankly, I'm over too much information right now. Oh man. Okay. So I got the Ace of Cups and the Seven of Cups. Now, when I see the Seven of Cups in reverse, I get a don't have a choice kind of feeling. Exactly. It says lack of choice. But it says feeling trapped or missed opportunity or reality check. I like reality check. That just said wing. Okay. So reality check. Okay. Hmm. So emptiness, blocked creativity, loneliness, and intuition. Okay. So with the secret, with the Ace of Cups following the moon, I'm gonna need clarity on that because the Ace of Cups follows the moon. The moon is like bringing things. It's interesting, but I'm feeling like it's bringing things to light because even though there's this darkness here, the light's peeking around the corner. You just heard there's a better option? Oh, did you hear it like before I heard it or with when I heard it or at the same time I heard it? I'm curious because we're always like right here. Um, I need clarity on this though. Why is there Ace of Cups in reverse after the moon? Because you get people, okay, so we get the person who had enough of this shit. We are talking journalists, by the way, because that's where we are right now. We're talking about the journalist. Um, we got the World card, which is big energy, followed by the Knight of Swords. Somebody who had enough and who's going to rush forward to Watergate this thing because I feel like this is that when they said something else was his Watergate. I didn't feel that. Oh, okay, girl. Perf. Okay, I didn't feel like whatever they're calling his Watergate is his Watergate. I'm just like, it's okay. This is going to be his door wide open, and I don't think it's going to be him. I think is this going to be a pull the curtain back? Is this okay? Because all right, on this channel, on this page, we're in an agreement that this man is no longer here. I had the premonition dream. Every time we've gone to the pendulum over the last 7 months, it's been a consistent answer. Dude's not here. That said, everything that we've seen play out is happening with complicit action. No one's speaking up about what's happening. And we talked about how with G7 and whatever he just did, these are leaders who are playing us too because they're using his absence for benefit. They're using the fact that they know he's not here as a way to pull strings with number four. I think that's what number he is, Narco Coolio, and with the other people. It's like, I will tell, right? Again, they're complicit in our pain as well. So, to what end, right? So, they got him to sign that MOU. Okay, cool. And by him, I'm talking about through subterfuge, fuge, whatever. Because if you watch the videos, y'all, if you watch the videos, the Japanese lady, the Macron dude, they're so smug that it's like, why do you always have a smirk? What are you smirking about? What are you laughing about? What are you smirking about? And it's like, when you take into account that man's not there, but Narco showed up. Narco showed up for the signing. It's just like, okay, if they know he's not really there, then they just cornered Narco and whoever else we sent over there. They cornered them and said, we know, sign this thing, end that thing over there with Ira. But then you have Izzy Baby, who is not complying because their leader no longer exists, but their crazy ass number 2 does, and he is extremely cruel. I'm wondering if this Watergate thing is going to be along these lines. Check Jill Wine-Bank. She's a prosecutor during the Watergate scandal. For over 50 years, she talked and written about it, and now she's 83 years old. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Okay. Somehow, the Ace of Cups and the Seven of Cups goes along with this line of the guy, whoever this guy or girl is, that's saying, I've had enough. I'm going to do real journalistic work. It's not a page, it's a knight. So I'm assuming, this could be the wrong assumption to make, I'm assuming this is a member of Legacy Media, or was, not just an indie person. So that Ace of Cups and that Seven of Cups goes with what they're doing. Because, again, the next cards here were the Page of Swords swinging. This is going to be leaks. Page of Swords is not an out-and-out whistleblower like, hey, I'm over here, but it's sliding you the information. Then we have lies. So we have leaks about the lies. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles tends to be my mercenary knight, meaning someone who was sent to do a job. For money, of course. And it's followed by the Star. So are we talking star as in country, or are we talking star really as in hope and faith again? That's the question. Because it's followed by the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, shit. And then the Five of Pentacles. And now the Two of Swords. Okay, and then the Death. Ugh, and then the Two of Cups. Okay. Slow this down. Hold on. What are we getting into? Magician, Four of Swords. Oh, dear God. What's the rest of this story? Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Now, I know, like I said, Queen of Pentacles has been Christy. Queen of Pentacles has been Judge Eileen. Queen of Pentacles has been Ashley. It's funny how she's faded away from my head. But she's been Queen of Pentacles in the upright. Oh my God. Queen of Pentacles literally says social climber. Social climber, jealous, chaotic, and mean. And Queen of Pentacles has been one side to Tulsi, depending on what we're talking about. So what are we talking about? I don't know. Tulsi feels kind of bang on. Tulsi feels kind of bang on because she's against the whole star situation because those aren't her handlers. Tulsi feels very bang on with that. And as the ex-DNI, she would be aware of what's happening internationally. And she's the one on the outs. Scandal. This is about the WAR. If the Eight of Wands comes up, that's exactly what this is about. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. Now, mind you, the other scandal is 24, but I'm definitely losing hope about that one. Okay, so we have the Two of Swords, and then we have the Death card, and then we have the Two of Cups. This feels like who you're working with. No, I'm more inclined for this to be the WAR. There's a Two of Swords here. It says tough decisions, stalemate, stuck in the middle, blind to the truth. Stalemate rang. Yep, again. So I just got the little chills. This is the WAR. We can't get out of this. Anderson, I forgot. Girl, why am I chilling so big on Anderson right now? Whoa, where has he been? Where has he been? Hold the freaking phone. Let me write down Anderson. Girl, why he just like give me chills. Whoa, good call. Where has he been? Oh, the chills. And he's a conflict journalist. Oh, he's talking to the... Oh my God. He's investigating the fallen. Oh my God. Okay, that explains that. He's investigating the fallen. And how they spun this shit. And how many are actually gone. And how many are injured. And how many are being left behind. And how effed up we are to have done that. That's his jam. Okay, don't get mad at me. Queen of Wands? Queen of Wands. I don't like this it's in the reverse, but I feel like this is his villain era. And the words that they have on here are shy, overbearing, self-conscious, and catty. I think Queen of Wands is some of the energy that's driving him. Even though he's our Knight of Swords, like going into battle, I think you're correct. I think this is Andy. Because the Five of Swords then is about end of conflict. And then there's the Tower. And then there's the Queen of Cups. We started with the King of Cups, and we're going to end here with the Queen of Cups. That is so interesting. Wow. Whoa. Okay, let's look at Anderson a little closer. Girl, I forgot about his name. So many evil people. I forgot about the good guys. Interesting, too, because the Seven of Pentacles won't let me look away. That was next after the Queen of Cups. So the thing that we've been waiting on finally being able to be harvested. Okay. And he's a perfectionist. So Eight of Pentacles in reverse after that. All right. Wow. Yeah, girl. Ooh, you gave me chills like crazy with that one. Anderson. Okay. Show me Anderson, please. Mr. Silver-haired guy. I saw him on IMO, in my opinion, with Michelle Obama. It was endearing. He talked about like always being anxious as a kid because his mom was such a spender. She just assumed money will always be there. And so like he started working. Like he's like, put me in modeling. Like he started working since he was 12 because he was afraid of hitting rock bottom. And he wanted to always take care of his mom. He's a sweet guy. So interesting. So we have this devil card here, and we have the Ace of Cups. The devil card being a fire card, but the Ace of Cups being a new start, peace, love, the balm to the spirit. Two things at play here. Sometimes the devil does feel bigger, but even big fires go out with water. Whoa. And there we are, the people. 10 of Cups. Oh no, I hope we're not frozen. Let me check. Okay, we're not frozen. I see me. I need a hero. Oh man, that just made me hot. I think you hit on something there big. Oh, and it gave me hope, man. That just hit me. Oh, two aces. Oh, well, there's an ace there. An ace of water. Ace of cups. Wow. Okay, please show me it. Oh, okay. Sheesh. Four wands. Oh my gosh. Celebration, happiness, White House. Was he a correspondent there also? Or was he just one out in conflict? Celebration, marriage, coming home, belonging. That's interesting considering we have two enemies. Oh, never mind. I get it. He's 59 and a Gemini with a Libra rising. Oh, that's me too. I'm not 59. He's 12 years older than me. But I'm a Gemini with a Libra rising. Ah, that would make sense that he would be a 4 a.m.er. Because here's what's interesting. We know that this is our capitals card, right? You see it? Celebration in front of that house. That is white. But then here are the people who owned our cojones. We have the Empress, which often represented vodka. And then we had the Star, which represents the blue star. So we know the drivers behind this. Why would there be celebration? So is this like trying to take it back? Is that what he's trying to do? Isn't he also, because is he a Rothschild? Which one is he? I know he comes from one of those families. But his upbringing, oh my God, I forgot about his upbringing. The Seven of Pentacles. Those are the values that were instilled in him by his father. His father was more of the Southern type, not so much the flashy New York type. So he would say that when he would go see his father, Vanders, okay. So when he would go see his father, he would, just be Anderson. Like, country boy. And that is where he felt most at home. That's where he wasn't worried about money, worried about being an outsider, worried about any of that. Yeah, Gloria. Okay. Oh, I'm getting so many chills behind him. Oh my God. I feel like, and it's weird to say, but it popped in my head. I feel like that's his mama. Hold on. Okay. Fool. All right. So if we're talking a challenge here, holding back, recklessness, gullible, distracted. That's the Fool card. Holding back. Okay. Okay, I can kind of understand that. The energy behind it is the Queen of Pentacles and the Hangman. The Hangman is suspended, sacrifice, pause, new perspective, release. I don't know how old his kids are, but it feels like that's part of the problem. Like not wanting to rock their world. And that's where I get the Queen of Pentacles too. Like wanting to be nurturing and grounded and whatnot. And to do what he's going to do is going to be blowing up his whole world, essentially. But as I just said, I also felt like that was his mother. And that's definitely his mother. That's his mother. Sorry. I think he's been feeling this urge, this nudging for a while. So I think he's been at this for a while, especially since this thing started. It pulls on his past. It pulls on what he was promised and practiced at doing. Page of Swords. He got some information that ignited. He got direct information that ignited. This is what happened in the past. This is why he's coming back. That ignited his, reignited his decision. It shook his plans to retire, plans to go into, blissful family life, be with just his kids, etc. But this information he got was on this very, very corrupted place and what was taking place, especially when it comes down to that conflict situation. Because you don't hear about him about the files. You don't hear about him. Ooh. I just got, because that triggers him. Oh, they're young. They're young, young, young. Okay. I just got that triggers him. The files. Oh, yeah. It brings back up really bad memories. It has something to do with some of these people in the Hierophant. Are we talking church? Was he raised Catholic? This is really interesting. Hold on. Sorry. Huh. So, what I received is that's why he chased the wars. He doesn't tell that story. And I think it might be because he blocked it. Y'all let me know. Where's a queen mother? Like, is that just in royalty, a queen mother? Or would that be somebody in a church or something? Because I'm hearing Queen Mother, and I don't know where that would come from. Hey, Ladybug. Okay, is that only for the Queen? I wonder if she, hold on. Why am I hearing Queen Mother? Do you have anything to do with the Queen? I mean, like, I typed that in, and all they're talking about is how she was the queen of the 70s and the 80s. Okay, they were Catholic. Okay. I'm sorry, my nose is stuffed. I'm going to have to blow my nose. Okay, so she was Catholic. Why is that? I don't know why I'm hearing Queen Mother with regards to this, but whatever. Because, like, when I saw the Queen of Cups, I got Queen Mother. But I'm not seeing him ever talk to Queen Elizabeth. Let me see. Because would his mother have rubbed elbows with him? Okay, he covered the death of Elizabeth in 22. He interviewed Prince Harry. He's done something on King Charles. He's the one who talked about her when she died. Right. I just don't know why I'm hearing it with regards to him. But I guess, I don't know. His mother's not the queen. I know that shit. Queen Elizabeth II, her mother was Queen Mother. I don't know what that has to do with anything unless in another spirit he was her mother. Which I doubt. Wait, isn't this crazy? Anderson Cooper is related to Queen Elizabeth II. She's a 15th cousin, one time removed. So they're actually related. So it is possible that they had a lifetime. That's interesting. That's interesting. They're actually related. And her mom was Queen Mother. Because the Vanderbilts are related. Yep, they are. 1, 2, 3 Vanderbilts. One of the daughters down the line married Cornelius Vanderbilt, which was, his great grandfather. That's so interesting. That is so interesting. Oh, wow. Okay. Isn't that interesting? GV's identical twin sister was Lady Thelma Furness. That's just crazy. Wasn't expecting that one, but apparently they are related. All right, so how does this play in? I got the Two of Cups, the Four of Pentacles in reverse, the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, yes. All right, so he does have information going on. He has a Two of Cups here. There's somebody that he's been working with in partnership with who has been helping him. I don't think this is our Page of Swords because the Page of Swords is in the reverse. I mean, not in the reverse, in the past. This is current energy. So there's somebody he's working with, working very closely with. I don't know if this is his partner, husband, but I think it's someone else in the business. So I think they're going to break it together. Because the Four of Pentacles to me is the release of secrets. So it says letting go, generosity, overspending, no control. But I think it's the release of secrets here. The release of, this is, because the four is like to keep it tight, to be stingy sometimes, to control it. But with it being in the reverse, this feels like this thing is out. This is documentation. Oh, wow, that's crazy. The identical twin sister was the mistress of the Prince of Wales back in the day. I mean, that's crazy. Okay, so here's the Eight of Pentacles. This is him hard at work, drafting, researching, doing all of it. So this is self-employment, new job, ambition. So he is putting this stuff together. We go from a Four of Pentacles, like just stuff being released. I'm getting so many chills, to the Eight. So there's a multiplication. There's a thing that's happening that's growing and making it bigger, but he's trying to hammer it all together, put it all together in a way that makes sense. I think he's working on expose for real. The Hangman in reverse this time. Stalling, needless sacrifice, persistence. I'm sorry, resistance, indecision. Okay. I think resistance comes out for me. Note he did have Hangman before, but in the other way. Resistance comes out for me because part of him feels like he's saying this is stupid. This is, I'm about to mess up my world. I'm about to basically put a target on myself. But there's hidden agendas. He's discovered some big stuff. This is huge. This is big. And he is doubting himself. He's like, what am I doing? So he is actually kind of like dragging his feet with it. But it's like he can't stop. It feels like a calling, like he's being pulled into it. And then there's a King of Swords. So this is intellectual, mental clarity, authority, logical. That's what I think. I think it's the fact that he's gotten the high priestess in front of this emperor, in front of this conflict. Yeah, definitely some biggin here. He's gotten a lot of good information about what's going on. And if he's got true information, I wonder how true he has. Does he know about the emperor? Because there's a King of Swords. This is a person of truth who cuts through the BS, who doesn't back down. And I will say, in his industry, he is that King of Swords, but I do wonder if his partner that he's working with this is not a high-ranking official. Child, it's a high-ranking official. Got it. It's a high-ranking. Oh, yes, chills. Okay. It's a high-ranking official. Oh, there's a dragonfly. Look, there's a dragonfly on his chair. You know who dragonflies are? Dragonflies are the killer of the insect world, and I love them. Because you know what? They eat mosquitoes. You know what? They fly super fast. They're the fastest insect. You know what else? They fly in ways that insects should not fly, especially built the way that they're built. They can go up, down, diagonal. They can also go backwards. Dragonflies are amazing. And that means whether they're in water, because they did the same stuff in water, that murky water was their preparation, to when they're in the sky. This is the insect to be. And they're not annoying. I wouldn't say they're annoying. I love them. Let's just say whenever you see a dragonfly, you know there's mosquitoes around. You know there's bloodsuckers around. You know there's something that's going to try to steal from you whenever you see a mosquito. So I would put it almost in Twilight terms. Wherever there's a vampire, you know there's going to be werewolves, because the werewolves get activated when the vampires appear. He's been reactivated. He can't get out of this. This is purpose. This is calling. And he has it on high authority. What's happening? He knows the truth. Okay. So, okay. Back to it. All right. So, what's running under everything? What's the program in the back? This secretiveness, this furtiveness is the word I'm actually getting. This dark, I'm not gonna go cabal with it, but this very secret group. There's 3 here, so this is. I think it's the 3 people in cabinet or whatever who are using this guy as a front of this conflict. Because we have the 2 of Wands with plans. Here comes that Queen of Cups again. The 2 of Wands here. So the 2 of Wands, the planning, the decisions, and then the 2, which is the Priestess, the hidden agendas. So this makes sense. This was a plan of these other people. And yep, and then there's their Emperor, but he's gone. And the King of Swords is right there. So is the King of Swords in his camp? Hold on. Is the King of Swords in his camp? And by his camp, I mean Blue Star. Or is the King of Swords in ours? Okay, ours. Ours with good authority of what's happening within the blue as well. Okay, so because I'm seeing a 9 of Wands here, in reverse, meaning no fight left. It's someone military? Commanding the military is what I'm hearing very, very clearly. Because there's the 5 of Swords also. End of conflict. Okay, this person needs this to end because their people are dying or being grossly hurt. And then here comes that Queen of Wands. Yep, it's about the military because there's a Chariot. And then there's that Tower again. And then there's that Pentacle again. But some happiness coming. The Sun in reverse. I don't know what that means. Hold on. The Chariot is definitely the military. Queen of Wands in this case would be, I would say it's Anderson. The Tower. It says disaster avoided. So there's something huge, like literally B-O-M-B huge is what's happening. That's the Sun. Oh my God. Okay. That's the new clear eyes option. So why is there a 10 of cups before the new clear eyes option? 10 of cups. Is it because it stops it? Because the lies come in too. Miscommunication, destruction. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, but then the 9 of wands is here, so we're alleviated from that. Okay. Thank you. All right, somebody's going to prison. Yep. Somebody's going to prison. And I don't think it's going to be him. Okay, so we got the, hold on. 10 of Cups. This is usually the card of the people. Whoa. Is it the intent to use the nuclear eyes option against us, its own people? Why does that feel like a yes? Through lies and trickery and destruction. But this alleviates that worry. The 9 of Swords here. It's recovering. It's facing the fear. It's accepting help. Because it feels like this is going to be exposure of the person manipulating or the persons doing the manipulating. If we're talking magician, then we're talking also puppet master, because again, the guy doesn't actually exist anymore. So this is about exposure of that trickery, the illusion. I love it. It says the word illusion on the back. Jen, hold on. Girl. Oh, I like that, Becky. Dragonflies also seem to have pixies or fairies on their back. I like that. Hold on. Because there's a magician, but here's somebody who's getting their priorities in order. So I think that is someone who took, like, no. I do think, and this is interesting, in this case, this feels like a religious thing. Like, this is against my religion. This is against my belief system. I can't do it. And there's that eight of swords here. Is it somebody going in prison, or is it feeling like, it says feeling trapped, feeling helpless, followed by the Temperance card in reverse, followed by Queen of Swords and the World. Okay, enough. Okay, Queen of Swords is protective. Eight of Swords. Is this someone going to prison? Someone getting caught? Someone. Okay, so I'm looking at Eight of Swords, Temperance in reverse, Queen of Swords, the World card, Strength in reverse, Knight of Wands, and then Four of Swords. I don't know. Oh, you know what, Becky? Okay. I think that is the Air Force, Jen. I think that is the Air Force because he did go to jail. And that tipped the balance. That tipped the scale. Because now that awakened people. Got it. Okay. Queen of Swords. Protective. The World card. Successful endings. Because the weakness card is followed by the Knight of Wands, Queen of Swords, and then the World card. So it's protecting by ending this. The Strength card is self-doubt, weakness, insecurity, lack of courage. Okay. It brings me back to Anderson here, of maybe feeling like he couldn't do it. Like, whoa, this is bigger than I thought. What have you? Is that what we're talking about? Oh, God. I done took everything out of order. Is that what we're talking about? Because the Knight of Wands, okay. That feels vet. That feels like the vets. That feels vet. That feels awakening. It feels, because that's confident, adventurous, energetic, charming, but they're ready to burn it up because this is not the thing I fought for. The Four of Swords is rest, recuperation, healing, taking a break. But the sun's shining in that. So, and then that's followed by the Page of Pentacles. So again, more information coming their way. More information coming out. There's that Two of Wands again. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we're talking about here. Okay, if that was the energy running behind this thing, what's the lesson to be learned by Anderson, or what's the impact he's going to have with the actions he's taking? What's happening? Sorry, hold on. Okay. What's the impact? Ooh, okay. We got the Four of Pentacles again. Seven of Swords okay. Now, Seven of Swords in reverse is about learning what you need to learn, right? That's being caught red-handed, that's having a conscience, that's confessing, that's meeting your consequences. That's what the Seven of Swords in reverse is. And then we have the Empress here in reverse as well. That is often our vodka people card. And the energy here is the Four of Pentacles. So I don't see how that applies to this conflict that we got going on here. Four of Pentacles, greed, possessiveness, hoarding, control. Okay, never mind. I do see. This is who is benefiting from this. So the impact of what he's doing is going to expose who is benefiting financially or land-wise from this. Okay. That's the impact he's going to have. So talk to me about the outcome of what Anderson is doing. Seven of Cups. We already had that. No choice. Ooh, the Devil and the Emperor. Interesting. So the Devil and the Emperor. Devil in reverse here is... Okay, you got chills. Perfect. Okay, the Devil in reverse here is about being released from this devil, right? A detachment from this devil. Who's the devil? Well, we have an emperor in a blue star country right now who is basically dictating the way the rest of the world gets to go, and America has to follow behind like a damn dog, right? But this is the energy to the Seven of Cups. We're talking outcome. Seven of Cups means Anderson doesn't have a choice. Anderson is going to have to do what he's doing, and it's going to provide a reality check for America. Now, we're going to have veteran stories are going to be part of his thing. False victories and a guy named Keg's Breath is going to be part of his thing. The people who were in this together and are no longer together. Oh my God. And finally, Narco Coolio is about to be exposed in this thing. They're stalling efforts and the actual truth and the playing on the stock market and the secrets that are held and the actual intention behind all of this with this tower. Okay, so knowing though, we will know. Oh, and then the thing they've been working for so long. Oh, I love this for them. The thing they've been working for so long, Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the Fool not being able to get what he wants, and the hidden priestess, high priestess, her hidden agenda's out. This is Blue Star not getting their wish here. The thing they've been trying so long to grab the land, to topple Ira, to create their greater bull crap, it's finna go down because the evidence is finna pour. Here's an ending to that, baby. And you won't get to backstab us anymore because your wishes will end and you will be toppled. Our relationship will be over. And you can whine about it, but what emerges ain't gonna give a shit. Like, we don't care. We will hold our ground. That is so interesting. That is so interesting because I got aces up the wazoo. Again, if y'all remember, spiritual absolutes. Spiritual absolutes. Everything negative equals the spiritual absolutes. This is math. Everything negative enters and becomes neutralized. I know this is a planning card, but I'm being reminded, look at these wands. And so if you remember math, the absolute numbers, whether it was negative or positive, if it went between the brackets, it would become positive. So this negative is going to be neutralized, and we will get to start something new. Because I see another 10 here. I see the whistles. I see the strength. And I see the time to move on. And I see the female version of the King of Swords, that Queen of Swords. She's going to handle things together. I think this is Izzy getting a new leader who's going to be female. Yeah. She's going to be trying to move Blue Country into a different place. One towards the sun and less towards the dark. I don't know how well she will do because that hatred is indoctrinated. It is indoctrinated. But I think it might work. I think it might work. She's going to have help. She's going to have help. Also, law enforcement wise or whatever, she will have help. Because I think that's the icy people going to come in and get them, the ones that want to give her trouble. The icy people are going to get them because they're going to have to pay for what they did under the other dude. I think so, Jen. I think it is necessary before the icy people get involved. Wow. Okay, so I just want to know. Yeah, hard at work with it. And I got an ace to validate it, even though it's in the reverse, but I still got an ace to validate it. And then I got his mom. It's like, this is what he was made to do. It's heartbreaking. But he's going to be a warrior that is going to expose the secrets of the world. He was made for this, bro. He was made for this. Okay. Okay. I was not expecting that, but okay. All right, so are we still doing these? No. Okay. Let's try Lance one more time. Oh, the fool. This boy is trying to be missing. I think he's under some kind of protection. They said he didn't have protection anymore. Bull crap. He's under protection. He's under protection. And he's a Knight of Pentacle. So he's... Oh, I do remember. We did read on him that he was part of the setup. Absolutely. Yep, there he is. Magician. Everything being sewn together. It's coming back. The Queen of Pentacles. I love how the message is still the message. And this victory is not going to wash. It will not happen. People will be moving on to once the discovery comes out, and the fingers that are pointing one way will point the other way. They will find out about this broken partnership, and that's with the devil. Yeah, homeboy is in trouble. He's going to get out of Dodge. I feel like protective custody. I feel like... Right, Jen? Never know what we're going to hear. I feel like... I feel protective custody. I feel masks. I feel... Tell me about what we're doing with Lance. What exactly are we doing with Lance? Because they did all this AI stuff. Yeah, they're hiding him. I'd be surprised if he's actually still here in this side of the world. They don't want him to come forward because they can't get to him. Not quickly, no. They're hiding your man. Look at that. Their priority is to keep him hidden. And it's not just him. There are 3 people here. There are 3 people involved. I don't know who these 3 people would be. And I told you, around the world, he's somewhere in the world. And it ain't here. They're hiding him. I feel like an island, though. Not the island. But I feel like an island. The world card. New adventure. They came back. He's not here. He's not here. Was he made up? I can't remember. There's a yes here. Oh, man. Something about this. The Ace of Pentacles, while being a yes card to whatever you ask, it's also showing, is he successfully hidden? Yeah, he's gone. The Ace of Pentacles is usually a big evidence card for me. Yeah, King of Pentacles. Look at this shit. Yep. They have hidden him. They have paid for him to go places, to disappear. He's not here. Why am I feeling like the Bahamas or something? Feels like an island. These pentacles keep coming. Ace of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. They're just manufacturing shit. Are they hoping to spoil it so that it's a mistrial? I think so. I have the 7 of Wands here, but I did ask that question after I got it. Let's see. Are they trying to get a mistrial? An island surrounded by shark-infested water for quick disposal of remains. Girl. Are they trying to get a mistrial? Because they showed evidence that they weren't supposed to show. It was supposed to be like hidden evidence. Page of Pentacles. Queen of Wands, the High Priestess. There's definitely a hidden agenda here. Pentacles stay in this shit. Like Pentacles is here. Okay. Again, they're doing secret shit. They're doing some real secret shit. We have me, myself, and I. Basically, we have a collusion happening here. Interesting. Lovers in reverse, but we have the Three of Wands packing. That dude is gone. He is so gone, like following the stars, disappearing, escaping jail. But it feels like, honey, I think he's gonna. There's too many people reading into this. You know what I mean? Too many people reading into this. Because again, there's the false victory to it. And the Six of Pentacles, I see a reversal here of things. There's some illusion delusion here. And we have the Three of Pentacles. I'm sorry. We have a lot of threes. We have a lot of threes. Hold on. Let me back it. Sorry, let me back it up. We have a lot of threes. Okay, the Empress is a 3. Then we have 6 Pentacles, 6 Wands, 3 of Wands, 6 Lovers, and then 3 of Pentacles. We have a lot of threes and 3 derivatives. That's collusion. That is support. That is interesting. That's right, because we have these people going down for the schmurder. We have the people who were supposed to be grieving, and then we have the people who did it. Three groups. And if we want to expand it to 6, then we have law enforcement, we have the guy on trial, and we have, I would say, Candace. So, interesting stuff here. And the 7th would be our boy from heaven, or wherever he is. Candace is the Queen of Wands. And she's been drawing things up on her board. A Hierophant, putting some order, some structure, some discovery into it. And she has been pretty dogged with it. She's not believing any of the shit they put out. There's a 10 of Pentacles. But I will say she is quite overwhelmed by everything, how this thing keeps expanding and expanding and expanding. But these are 10s. She's determined to put an end to this. Matter of fact, this is a 10 too. So there's some endings here. And then we got the secret. So of course she's going to find the secret. And then King of Wands. Somebody's going to have fun with this. Somebody's going to be printing something. King of Wands. Might that be Aaron? I don't know. Is he talking about it? Okay, because there's the devil, and then there's justice, and then there's the wielding of her power. That Ace of Wands power of hers. That's because people keep giving her the information. They are leaking this stuff to her. Okay. Page of Wands in reverse, for me, is usually shady. And then that comes in front of the 6 of Cups and the 3 of Cups. These are the island, the children, and the people on the island. This is interesting. I think what's going to end up happening with this 9 of Wands is a dot connection. They're going to realize this Charlie thing is an island thing. Because here she comes, the Queen of Swords. That's communication. The internet. I was asking about Lance. Survival of the thickest. Six of Swords. Okay, yeah, something's about to get shifting here. Oh, and an Ace of Cups. Okay, something's about to shift. Oh, whoa, you want it to come out. Okay, Justice feels very prominent. Justice and the Devil. What does that mean? Because the King of Wands is going to start screaming too. There's somebody here. King of Wands. That's media as well. Um, Page of Pentacles. We had 3 pages just then. Justice, the Devil, the Nine of Cups. Justice, the Devil, the Nine of Cups. Okay. Explain this to me. Justice, the Devil, Nine of Cups. I can't tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing or what. Justice, the Devil. Suze. Jen came. Ooh. And the Tower. Okay. Justice, the Devil, and the Nine of Cups. Ooh. And the Emperor, and the Nine of Pentacles, and the Star, and the Hermit. Okay. So what are you saying? Justice, the Devil, and the Nine of Cups. I think there's about to be a breakthrough in this case that they weren't planning on. Justice, the Devil, and the Nine of Cups. I think there's a breakthrough coming. Justice, the Devil, and the Nine of Cups. People have been talking about how Nettie Pooh was the first person to break the news. Nobody on the stateside. Nettie Pooh. He was my Emperor card when he was alive. Justice, the Devil, and the Nine of Cups. And Justice is on the bottom of this deck as well. Okay, so Justice it is. Justice, the Devil, and the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is a wish card. But is it justice for the devil or justice controlled by the devil as you make your Nine of Cups? This is where I'm confused a little bit, but I'm getting the Tower. I'm getting a sudden breakthrough. I'm getting a shift, like a radical shift that they were not ready for. Is that on the lawyer's side? Is his lawyer actually going to be pretty good? Because I see this Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles for me, like I said, is that examination. Is like looking at things very carefully, very considerately. It says luxury, profit, success, and home. So there's some success here, and that sun is out as well. So the sun is saying something's going to be seen. And then we got the Hermit card, and the Hermit is about introspection. There's going to be a breakthrough, inner guidance, meditation. The Hermit card, when we read on this yesterday, kept showing up as, thank you, kept showing up as, I think Charlie. If I'm not mistaken, I can't remember. And it says the search for truth. Justice, the Devil, the Nine of Cups. So there's going to be a success in the breakthrough for the search for truth because Star card. So the Star is guidance here. You're going to be guided to the truth. Like it's interesting because I have the Six of Swords here. When I was talking about it over here, that's the energy, part of the energy here. But in here, it's showing me it in reverse. So, hold on. Something else is peeking out. The Three of Swords. Okay. but that's followed by the King of Swords. Somebody in the Queen of Cups. Somebody's, and the Two of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands. Somebody's looking at this very carefully. It's not being followed. It's, like I said, everybody has their assignment. I'll just put it that way. Everybody has their assignment. And this King of Swords has come out repeatedly as we talk about these things. So we have breakthroughs going in. Okay, so I think there's going to be a major breakthrough in this Charlie case, this Tyler case. It looks like Justice, Devil, and the Nine of Cups. So there's going to be a major breakthrough that's going to come through. That tower was the first one to drop when I was trying to get clarity on this. So I definitely think that is some major stuff about to break through in this case. I don't know if that's his lawyer. It might be his lawyer. I mean, she's doing a pretty good job right now, kind of. She really is. Four of Cups, like, she's calling people on their BS answers, you know? She's not calling people on. See, the thing is, but Candace is, I was going to say, thing is, a lot of people are not calling the BS because there's a lot of, I wouldn't be surprised if some of that breakthrough shows up in Murdoch Media or Bezo Media. I think it's raining again. Because we got the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So I wouldn't be surprised. I feel like there's a major breakthrough coming through in this. And whatever they're cooking is about to be destroyed. I know, like I said, I feel like they're trying to do a mistrial. I don't know if they'll be successful with that. I mean, they might, but not for the reason they think. Right, because there's the devil. Like, it keeps going back to these files, and it's really weird. Everything is extremely connected. There's no distraction. It's all connected. And it's like you pull the string and you will unravel the sweater. It's all going to be revealed. And then we'll be released from the devil, at least this devil. The one we currently have. Okay. Like I said, I don't think Lance is stateside. I think he's gone. I think that's his protection program. Because the only picture we have of him was from when it lapsed back in February. So I think he's gone. No, he can't go on CNN. Exactly. Like, the man's gone. I don't think he's going to be held up as a witness. They have a hidden agenda for keeping him away. I don't even know if he really exists, like the way that they said. I can't remember if we dove into that. I just don't remember. That would be interesting. I don't know if they would be, though. And I'm just telling you, like, it all comes back to these people on this damn island. But also, this is them hiding his face. Definitely a thing. Maybe that's what's going to break through, is that he's actually not here. Or will they call them on the AI? Because they AI'd everything. Will they be called on the AI? Will they be called on the AI? That's the Page of Swords. This is not yet to be, this is as yet to be determined. It landed on its side. You know, that's either whistleblower or leak. Somebody calling it out. It's as to be determined. It's on its side. There's, oh, shit. Okay. We have the Eight of Cups in reverse. As you can see, it's like trying to hide evidence, trying to get rid of stuff, but not really being able to. And the Death card. So, is this a suet thingy? Is this a self-checkout? Because there's a stop the love you save may be your own, followed by a Hermit. And then him packing, and then the world being incomplete. I don't know. Ay, 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 ay. No, he's, I feel he's made up. I feel he's made up. Like he got recruited. Not made up. He got recruited. But like he was manipulated. But again, there's facing the Piper. There's the Nine of Swords here and him trying to leave. Because I have the Three of Wands of him packing and going, but I see this not being completed. This plan maybe not being completed. I think he's the one who did it. Like did it as in setting up Tyler. Yeah, definitely. This is the Ten of Swords. That's the backstabbing. And then again, the nine, which is a Hermit. He gets a lot of these 3, 6, 9. He has a lot of those things. And the Hermit being introspective, but also being alone and receiving his orders. So I think he did. I think his part of the job was to set up Tyler. Meanwhile, Tyler just thought he was acting. And then there's Charlie. Interesting that Charlie is getting the Nine of Cups for here for some, I mean the King of Cups for some reason, but there's the Nine of Cups here. So if we go back to Ghost, right? You had the pottery scene in Ghost, making contact. What's happening? Who's the King of Cups? King of Swords in reverse. That's the DOJ, or FIB. Oh, I don't think I ever got a card for cash. Yeah, Two of Cups. Okay, so this is definitely them having something to do with this, a partnership in this. There's a Five of Cups, trying to destroy evidence, trying to destroy that. There's a Five of Pentacles. Again, the Five of Pentacles is one of the reasons why we got that Lance was part of this. The Six of Swords says, though, he's not going to be able to move on. Because there's the Emperor. That deals with that Blue Star country. And then that messaging. They sent out messages so fast. They had books published before it actually happened. And then the Justice card in reverse. Absolutely none of it. Here's the Page of Swords, the leaker. That's an actual whistleblower, not just a leak. That's an actual whistleblower. And then we have the internet sleuths, where the messaging doesn't hold up. They figured it out. And so now they're trying to build a better case. And this Queen of Swords in reverse. Well, that was under Blondie's directive, but something else here. I don't think... What is the judge? Yeah, what's the judge? Is the judge a guy or a girl? A woman? You better stop the love you save. I get that song in my head now. You better stop the love you save may be your own. Darling, look both ways before you cross me. You're headed for a danger zone. Oh shit. Okay. I'm the one who loves you. I'm the one you need. All right. So, you've been warned, Lance. Tyler knows something he's going to give information about. You better stop the love you say can be your own. And it's funny because I'm saying love, but I see life in front of me. Um, you're headed for a danger zone. What was I looking at? Oh, Judge Tyler Robinson. It's a guy. Boy, you look both ways before you love me. You headed for a danger zone. Don't 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 don't. Interesting. I'm asking because I'm getting the Queen of Swords in reverse. So I was trying to figure out who it is in the law that is not that's that's committing some felonies are here. F is for saving. Wait, didn't that girl Erica go to law school? Erica went to law school, didn't he? Yep. Justice upside down flew out. F is for savings. Please don't go. Okay. I think she went to law school. I think she went to law school. I recall Kirk Law School. I don't know. I think she did. I'm not sure. She has a degree in legal studies from Liberty University. Wait, she was studying for her doctorate in biblical studies as of 2025. Hey, hey, hey. And then she said in 2019 she got her Juris Master from Liberty University of Law. S is for sailing. Please don't go. Hi, Uni. Okay. So this is interesting though, because after the Queen of Swords, we have the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords feels like they're calling her out on her BS. Because then it's followed by the Ace of Cups. So there's some new information that's going to be coming down. And I will say that some of that information is coming spiritually and being handed to someone who will talk to how their marriage actually sucked and how she is an agent for this blue country. Whoa. I didn't get that initially, but yeah. I think that's definitely going to come out. F is for saving. Okay, well, we'll just move on. Please don't go. Something about you better stop. But that feels like that's for Lance. The song with the Jackson Fives. They exploited that boy's, the Tyler guy. They exploited his Okay. They exploited his sexuality. And planted him with that guy. They exploited him. They looked for somebody who was easy to manipulate. For a romantic interest. Exactly. See? Yes. So it's the Eight of Pentacles and the Eight, which is a strength card. And for me, eights mean what goes around comes around. So what you put out, you will get back. And it's the manipulation and manufacturing of that attraction. Yeah, crazy. That boy got so exploited. Wait, what? He's only been a judge for several months? As in what? When did he start? Hey, when did he become a judge? He'd be like, whoa, did you teach me how to Dougie? All right, where we at? Okay, there was a question I wanted to ask, and I can't remember what oh, Charlie and the kids. You didn't tell me about you and the kids. You didn't tell me about you and the kids. So, can you tell me about you and the kids real quick? We're going claymation with these guys. Hi. Okay. Maybe like, oh, tell me about you and the kids. Charlie, and the kids. Charlie and the kids. Ooh, interesting. Because we are talking about the family. There's the family card. This is an energy about it. Okay. It's them and two children. Girl and a boy. Girl being the oldest, boy being the youngest. Charlie and the kids. Okay. But we got an Eight of Wands over here. Eight of Wands in reverse. So, what hit the table though is judgment. Judgment. So, it's judgment in reverse. So, what are you seeing, Charlie? Are you seeing don't judge them? Are you seeing, let me see, because that's a 20. That's like double the ending. What are you saying? Relationships. Look at a relationship and see what can be changed for the better. Make peace with the past and let it go. Reverse is self-doubt. Okay, you doubted. Got it. Yes, he did. He absolutely doubted. Okay. That's so interesting. Because I'm looking at the Eight of Wands in this particular deck, and it says here, reverse, things may be moving slowly or getting delayed. Alternatively, you may be rushing headfirst into the next step without proper planning. And that sounds interesting there. I'm going to sneeze. One sec. Well, I guess since I said it, it's going away. Okay, I'm just going to blow my nose real quick. Give me a second. Whoa, sorry. Hold on. I got things here. One second. So, all right. Matt's family was connected to Mormons. Okay, seems pretty darn high profile for a new job. It really is. He definitely looks Mormon-y. Only a year as a judge. When? When did he get it though? May 25. May 25 is when they booked the May 25 is when they booked the place where they did the remembrance thing. Everything seems like a plan, doesn't it? All right, so yeah, he had doubts. He had doubts about it. There's a Page of Cups too. Page of Cups in reverse, and then the moon. Oh, wow. Yeah. SVU cases. That would be interesting to be on that type of profile now. SVU cases. I wonder if any of those boys had an SVU case. You know, Tyler or Lance. Okay. Yeah, so like I said, the Eight of Wands is there. So it kind of feels like he didn't want to rush into. I think he was going to have a DNA test. That's what this Page of Cups is. Medical testing. I think he was going to have a DNA test to find out if they were his, because stuff wasn't adding up to him. Mm-hmm. And his suspicion was really strong. There's a Strength card, and then there's the Devil card, and then we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. And then we have Candace, who planted some interesting questions. Wow. And then we have the Queen of Swords. Not in the reverse like it was last time when we read that it was her. Queen of Swords is somebody else. That's 3 queens in a row, by the way, y'all. Look at that. Queen of Cups. Queen of Wands. Interesting. She is a black woman. And then Queen of Swords. Maybe this is how she portrays herself, like it's Glinda. But we have 3 queens. Back to back to back. And then we have a Six of Cups card, which is the Files card. And that's when things really started to break for him. I think he might have found out or brought questions, or someone sent. Ooh. Okay. Because I'm getting a Hangman new perspective. I think someone sent him text message that he might find interesting about this woman. Like, how well do you know your wife? Type of questioning. Hangman. Because that's a new perspective. Wow. Okay. Wow. Yes. Wow. Okay. Because we go from, the Six of Wands, thinking he's on top of the world, that he has the victory. The Six of Wands goes down to Four of Wands. Now, Four of Wands is supposed to be about your marriage. So thinking he's on top of the world, has a great marriage. He got new information. Because then we have the Three of Swords. That broke his heart. Now, if you remember, in yesterday's reading or the day before, whatever day it was, I did that channeling thing. And I received that he overheard something. And look, Shady shows up as his world is incompleted. And as a certain emperor who was currently still alive at that moment called for his actual execution. And then he has the other queen, Queen of Pentacles, and then a Nine of Cups. This is when he realized, because look at the Four of Cups. Look how dejected he is. This is when he realized what was happening. Exactly. Oh, wow. Interesting. Like everything he thought he wanted, the Nine of Cups, he ends up losing because he doesn't want it anymore. The Four of Cups, he's rejecting it. So that Queen of Pentacles is like how he actually got to see her as a person who is out for what he can give her. So what's behind the Ten of Cups? Seven of Wands, Six of Pentacles, and the Magician, and the Four of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles. Oh, sorry, Two of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. Yeah. So behind the family, he actually learns that, again, the doubt has entered, so he's not holding his ground with it anymore. It weakened, is what I will say. Is this was a weak spot in his family. What other thing do you say about the Seven of Wands? He got a lot of wand energy. Relationships. The relationship may be facing obstacles from your partner or from external forces. I'm not making this up. Okay. Exactly. So, from this happy marriage he thought he had to, oh, we got issues. And then the Six of Pentacles, things changing, not for the better. The Magician being manipulated. The Four of Pentacles, I think he did change his will. Or was definitely planning to. Yeah, he was planning to, because there's a Two of Wands. I don't know if he got to, because we're at the four. I'm sorry, the three. Oh, he cut her out. Oh, wow. Okay. Because we went from Four of Pentacles to Three of Pentacles. He did cut her out. That's why she grifted. I mean, she didn't need to. She got to GoFundMe. Okay. Yeah, DA doing SVU trafficking possibility. Possibly. What DA? Okay. All right. Off of that. What was the other thing? Okay, the AI over Mitch. What is going on with that? Because we looked at that AI, and that was crazy. The AI ambulance ride. All right, tell me about this AI thing with Mitch. What's the point? Oh, shoot. Oh, okay. 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 What? Okay. You guys, I can't make this up. Okay. Oh, Lord. Turtle. Okay. Oh, man. All right, so the energy we're working with here is the Judgment card. There's the grave, and then there's the other three, which is the Three of Pentacles, this little thing that they concocted and planned in secret, making mistakes. They're making so many illegal mistakes. The AI video and the talking to him for 20 minutes and all this illegal stuff. Okay. It ain't gonna go anywhere. Like, for real. Because we got the Wheel of Fortune here. So you're going to pay the piper. This is going to come back around. It's going to come back around. So there's the Six of Swords. You're not going to, nobody's going to drop this. Because if he's dead, and I say if very lightly, if he's dead, then you have illegally collected money. You have illegally refrained from telling people, his constituents. You have left them unrepresented. And he just broke so many laws. Just so many laws are broken. So yeah, honey. And it's so funny because there's a lot of death card on here. Because first of all, those are graves. Those are coffins. He is going up yonder or down. I don't know. And then I always take this as like the river of Styx, you know? So there's that. You can't just break one law. You break 800 at the same time. I'm sure they can do a catalog of laws that they have broken. Then you have the hangman. So again, it's not going anywhere. You're just hanging yourself and making the noose shorter. Stalling is the word here. Needless sacrifice. So whoever's making the AI, whoever's pretending to have talked to him, this is needless because it's going to get you in trouble. So, death card. The man is gone. Like literally. Gone. Yeah, why just do one? I mean, like literally, turtle. That's why I laughed when I said it, when I saw it earlier. Turtle. He's gone. And, okay, so people are being threatened. I did just get that because the word fear jumped really strong out here with this moon card. And you guys, the moon and death came together. So they're hiding his death. But there's fear here. So they're being threatened that they have to. There's too many. That was interesting. Okay. Whoa. I was going to say it was interesting. Because if you watch the guy being interviewed by that MAGA reporter, he looked Asian himself, looked more American Asian, but he looked Asian himself when he like came to collect bags, and he had on a sweater, and it's Washington D.C. and it's super ass hot because this is the hottest summer on record in a long time. But he was wearing a sweater, he was wearing layers of clothes, he was carrying a jacket, and he had a bag. And then now we find out that they're changing the floors in this man's house. So that lets you know he did have a fall. And that fall probably let some red liquid all over the floor. If that's likely what happened if he fell down the stairs. Yeah. And the story is he fell down the stairs. So, yeah. So they're changing the floor. Allegedly, because I haven't verified that. But all these laws. All these laws. And it's so crazy because it's telling me here that wifey dear has something to do with this. But the fact that she follows the fear, I feel like she's being threatened. She's been threatened to keep her mouth shut. She's been threatened to keep people out the house. She's being threatened to keep the secret. Yeah, we looked at that video already. That video was AI. Um, I mean, I don't know if he would have needed to be pushed, Becky, but I did consider that too. Like, die already, you know? Like, man, when are you actually going to do it? You keep having these TIAs, these little small strokes. When are you actually going to do it? I kind of felt like some restlessness behind that with her. Like, I'm ready to go. But I feel she's being threatened to, and they're all being threatened to, keep it down, keep it protected. I could be wrong though. And this could also be supposedly the guy he was having an affair with. That's a thing. Either way, they're being told to shut up. Whomever is being told to shut up. And they're being left to do it by themselves. Okay, do you have anything else to say about this AI thing, though? Because that's what I was asking about, was the AI. Girl, listen, that tea was all over. I've heard it on Don Lemon. I've heard it on something else. I think the I Hip Girls. Supposedly, the guy who stays with him and who stayed with him through the hospital was his dude. Oh my God, hold on. I knew I saw it. Was his dude. Verification. Verification. And his dude was the man in the relationship. Yep, another one. Girl, that whole side of the party is full of them. Secrets. Oh, Lord. I was wondering. Okay. Because what I was wondering about it, though, I was thinking about it as I was shuffling, is, but was he also a plant? Did he also have a handler's job? And according to these Eight of Pentacles, yes, he did. Because that was part of why he was there. Moon, secret. Oh, no, I love you, turtle, old ass turtle. I absolutely love you, turtle. Mm-hmm. I sure do. And the way that you keep me nice, turtle. So there's that. Also, um, I mean, now that money's not flowing that way anymore, is somebody gonna do a tell-all? I don't know. I do see a rainbow flag. Do you see the baby with a rainbow flag? I don't know. Okay, but the baby has a rainbow flag. I'll tell you that. Ooh, it's gonna tarnish somebody's legacy if it gets out. I don't know what they're gonna do to that guy. I'm with you, Susie, like for real. Okay, so, I don't know. This is interesting because it feels like he wants notoriety or something. He wants money. He wants to be paid to shut up. Oh, what was that? Ace of Cups. Emptiness, loneliness, intuition. It says block creativity, but maybe he's just going to be blocked. Oh, God, you know what, guys? This is my card. This is spirituality. Um, we're in mob era now. They get rid of people. I'll just put it that way. It's like he wants what he wants. He wants to be paid to shut up. I think blackmail is coming, is what this feels like. And it's like, okay, well, we'll just shut you up. And I'm getting chills behind that. So I think that might be more how it goes. Maybe he's going to overdose or something. Allegedly. That's who we're dealing with. Yep. King of Wands. Somebody's going to... Maybe he's going to try to sell it to a tabloid. Sell his story. The boy wants to be paid. That's what I see, and that's what I know. He wants to be paid. He gotta be careful though. King of Wands and the Emperor, he's gonna be careful. These guys don't want their masculinity challenged, nor do they want a little nobody telling them what to do. Oh, the fool. Yeah, honey. If he was smart, he'd shut up. We're like, just pay me to shut up. I'll be good. I'm not gonna ask for a lot of money. He thinks they were just going to be throwing it at him, and they're like, nope, nope, nope. That's not what we do over here. We shut you up because you're not going to keep blackmailing us. And it's funny because I think of Teal's boyfriend. See? God damn it. Exactly. I think of Teal's boyfriend and what they did to him. And just ruled it as him taking himself out. That's exactly what I thought of. Yeah, exactly, Becky. He got to stay away from the windows. Yep, it's not going to go his way. Oh my God. I don't wish anybody harm. I just don't. I wish he will shut up, and he will shut up. Like, if he knows what's good for him, he better shut up. He better keep it tight. Be quiet. But it feels like he's not going to do that. He's going to be leaking, trying to... No. It's a poor misguided soul. He got to shut up. Yeah. Okay. So, I'm still asking about AI. Will the AI about Mitch... Why are they doing an AI about Mitch? That's, honestly, that's still what I don't understand. 5 of Cups, moving on. Okay, so they're about to kill him. That's what's happening. They're about to announce him as gone. Moving on. You see the crybaby, 5 of Cups. So they're preparing us for the move on. They're getting ready to kill him. He's already gone. So, did Elaine get the clear? Is that what happened? Priorities and juggling. So, yes, she got the clearance from her handlers. 2 of Pentacles. Okay. Everything's in balance. Everything's already checked. Cross her eyes. Cross her T's, dotted her I's. So she has the okay to pull the plug. Exactly. She has the power. So now she's going to pull the plug. And, again, go back to my dream about the wand being used to let somebody know that the old guy died. She's going to do that. She's going to use her power and let people know he's gone. Oh, he tried. Is it going to be before? Is it going to be before the 4th? Is it going to be before? Graham, by the way, stepped down. I told y'all. It's so funny. It's like when I was reading on him, I was like, I don't know. Because, I thought it was going to be the real race between him and Susan at that time. Because I didn't know that they were still counting Janet Mills. And I was like, there's something else coming and it's big. And it was. Okay. King of Pentacles and the Star. So, what was my question? She keeps getting the star, and I keep trying to shuffle it back in here. There, it's gone. It's not in the part of the bottom. What was my question? Elaine got the okay. I read that. Yeah, Elaine got the okay. Oh, will it be before? It's too late. So will it be before the 4th? Will it be? Oh wait, King of Pentacles and the Star. Well, we'll see. Will it be before August 4th? Oh, King of Pentacles. I think that was Bashir. Okay. Yeah, I think it's going to be before the 4th because we got the Page of Swords coming out and doing the work because in the against the devil. Now the devil's big here. All right, let's hold on. I have to cough. Hold on. Ah! I'm sorry. I'm having like allergies. Okay. Will 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 his death be announced before okay. Yeah. Will his death be announced before August 4th? Oh my god. You won't let me shuffle this correctly. Will his death be announced? Okay, am I using these? No. All right. Am I using these? Yes. Okay. Will his death or am I using those? These. Got it. Will his death be announced before August 4th? 10 of Cups. In reverse. And the Hanged Man. Again, we just had that in the other one. King of Swords. Okay. They're going to try to delay. There's a Six of Wands sitting here underneath this King of Swords. So I'm going to say their delay is not going to be successful. Um, King of Swords is, again, trying to abuse power, etc. And so the Six of Wands in reverse is not being victorious. Okay, so there's a Two of Cups here, and then there's a Ten of Cups in reverse. The Ten of Cups in reverse, again, if Ten of Cups is the people, this feels like trying to go against the people. There's a contract or a partnership to go against the people's wants and needs. But there's a Hanged One here. So that's a different perspective, meaning that things might happen without them because the guy's been hanging around. And I think his body's going to take over. Because you can actually have people on life support for a very long time. Exactly. Ten of Swords. I just lifted the deck and this was left behind. Ten of Swords is getting past that betrayal. Ten of Swords in reverse. So it just feels like his body is going to break down. Yeah. Because there's the health card. Night health. It's, it's also the mercenary knight. And then it's the manipulation that they're trying to do and the sneakiness with the Seven of Swords as they're trying to delay the vote. They're, creating such an imbalance. Why all these sevens? Holy crap. Because there's a Seven of Wands here in reverse. But again, whatever block they're holding, it's going to get run down. His body is taking him out. The Four of Swords, y'all know that's the mausoleum card. His body says, it's a wrap. Roll it up. Put it away. And then another seven. Listen, that's heaven, right? Isn't like 777, like, isn't that like a heavenly number? I feel like heaven is saying, come to the upper room because the truth is here. The truth is here. So we got the Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Wands in reverse. The Chariot is a seven card. Shit, the Temperance is two sevens. It's a 14. So it's like they're trying, but the truth is going to be seen. It's going to be there. Listen, people are already not happy because just based off of their AI video, people are saying he's DOA. And then other people are like, no, 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 they don't take you in the ambulance if you're DOA. And everybody's like, they would if you don't want people knowing he's DOA. You don't think now mind you, we know that guy's gone, but you don't think the president would be like, hey, don't let them know he's gone. Send an ambulance. You don't think that's not gonna happen? So, and I just saw the Knight of Cups, the little false offer. So we're gonna put him in an ambulance. So you think he's here, but lo and behold and lo, his world is over. And that's the gag. That's the secret. And we're gonna try to hide the evidence of it. But let me tell you, people gathering this evidence and putting it together. So, and they're coming out pretty strong with the answer here. They're coming out with the correct answer. That man is gone. The boy is gone. Yeah, there's going to be an uproar. That's the thing. I don't think they thought, because people are mad for him. Yeah, like this is Eight of Swords. People are mad. Four of Cups. They're rejecting what they're being told. And it's kind of like an off with your head kind of situation that's going to happen, because how is he making money while he's gone? How are you collecting his paycheck while he's gone? As they said, he's either doing one thing. He's either alive and blocking, wrecking havoc, or he's dead and doing the same. That junk gonna get out. It's gonna get out that they used AI. It's gonna get out. Oh, that's right. The 7th month. Yep. And T has been gone for 7 months as well. 777 93 11. I wonder if she's going to turn her attention to this. I know the other Queen of Wands is doing it. The MAGA girl. Like, she is on it. Like, she's like trying to figure out who's hiding the information. And she's, staking out at his house and stuff. But I wonder if it's even, see, the people are going to be riled. Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay, so final thing for the night, I guess. I wanted to know, what are we looking forward to for this week 3? Are we using these? No. Okay. 777 93 11. Now that's stuck in my head. Alrighty then. Oops. I was looking at this card. Okay. So these. What was my question? Oh, what's coming up for week 3? What is coming up for week 3? We said, is this week 3? Oh my God, I lost my calendar. It fell on the floor. I don't feel like getting up. But I will pick this up. Let me see. Can I find a calendar online? Thank y'all so much for your likes, your loves, your shares, your gifts, your everything. I appreciate it. I know I get caught up in this real quick, but I do appreciate it. Thank you. I do see them. I appreciate all the gifts. I appreciate everything. Okay. You are adored, and my appreciation is real. All right. So, what am I saying? Okay, so it is week 3. So this is week 3, the 12th through the 18th. Let's take a look at this. We have a new moon coming up, new moon in Cancer. I forgot what we said that's supposed to be about, but whatevs. That's on the 14th. We are still in the middle of Mercury retrograde, and when I say this heifer is retrograding, she is. We've had losses, we've had accidents, we've had fights, we've had so much in my family. We've had tech issues, everything. So July has not been a fun month yet. Whew. All right, what are we looking at for week 3, the 12th through the 18th? Can you show me the 12th through the 18th? 12th through the 18th. Interesting. More roller coaster. And, oh my God, did you guys see that video? And I'm brought to it because of this Knight of Swords in reverse. I don't, I meant to share it to the group chat, but you know, once I get in a rabbit hole, I get lost. So, there's this video. I wonder if I can show it to you. There's a video of Proud Boys fighting Patriot Front. I was like, what am I watching? Hold on. You guys gonna see it? Proud Boys. The Proud Boys call Patriot Front racist. I was like, what am I watching? What am I watching? It was hilarious. Hold on. I didn't like look at it. I just thought this shit was funny. Because I was like, why would they be fighting? But this ain't it. And he's like, Casey, you're such a loser, Casey. I was like, why are you using the boy's name? Come on, this is weird. 777-9311. I wonder if I can find it. I wonder if it is AI. I haven't looked. Like, I haven't like looked at it. I just thought the shit was funny. Okay, that is Thread. Okay. It was posted 2 days ago on Thread. Oh, man. But we're not going to ruin my fun with it tonight. Or today. Hold on. Casey. I was like, what? Okay, you guys have got to see it. We're not gonna ruin my fun tonight. Watch this. Hold on. Wait, I gotta turn the volume back up. Oh, I lost my I lost my speaker. Hold on. Ooh. Wait, where's my speaker? Where did my speaker go? That's my camera. 777-9311. Oh my God, it's stuck in my head now. Where is? Oh, there it is. Because I gotta put you close to my headphones. Ignore the mess. Anonymous. Da, 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 da. Okay. So, let's watch. I'm sure I don't have to disclaimer because I'm sure you saw the word when it was up here as caption, right? So if you got children up at 6:30, put them away. AI, I'm not sure. Could be. I will worry about that tomorrow. Get out of here! Get the fuck out! Go! You too! Get the fuck out! I love that guy. I'm sorry. I love the voice. I think you're right. I see the letters now. Anyway. Be gone, bitch! I'm sorry. I love the voice. Be gone! Okay, you're definitely right. Look at that. 777-9311. We are blah, 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 blah. We are farmers. Da, 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 da. Okay. Aw, joy. Well, let's see. Does it tighten up? Let's see. Let's see. Because he moves around a lot, so I just want to make sure I can read it. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? You can kind of. Oh, no. I don't know. Anyway, I'll look at it later. That's hilarious. Oh, the guy across the street is definitely AI. Oh, then they said the F word.
Go! Go! Get the fuck out of here, dude. We're not here. Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out!
I just love that guy.
Go, bitches! Go! Go, bitches! Go, bitches! I'm gonna fuck you up! Fucking time! Calling everybody!
I'm not really into fights. This would be some messy AI, though.
Fuck yeah, dog. Fuck yeah, dog.
I don't know. Now that you say it, it's like, this does sound like something a black person would write. Okay.
Take the mask off! You guys are taking the T-mask! T-mask! You guys are taking the streets back, aren't you? T-mask!
Yeah, now that I see it bigger, I can see some of like the AI stuff.
Okay, guys, let's go back.
Because that's hilarious. It's like, why would you call them? Don't y'all both fly the X flag? I want to see his shirt real quick. Yeah. I mean, he's moving, but. Yeah. Yeah. I want to see him when he's not moving so much. He moves a lot. Yeah, he moves a lot. Okay, so he's hard to do. But then there's this guy who's across the street. That was totally messed up. I think it's him. Let me see. Yeah, I think it was him. So you see this guy across the street. I don't like the F word. But then he called him by his name. Casey. Where's the other? Is it? Where's the guy? Okay, yeah. Where's the guy? Okay, there he is. Okay, so you see this guy right here? That's your AI tell. Oh, one more thing. And this I notice on every single video is notice the stars. And by every single video, I'm talking about the ones that involve the T. Look at these stars. These stars are not uniformed, and they should be, because they would be embroidered, stitched, or put on. And I know we're looking at rippling, but this isn't rippling correctly. And if you notice, all three stars are completely different. So you have that one, even with a little rippling, it's still that. And then you have this one with this little humpy thing. And then you have this one doing like the wave or something, but his leg's a little short. And then you have this one doing a weird split. Like he's getting ready to break a move and dance. So these flags are not as uniform as they should be. But this guy right here is a big AI tell. See how he's over there? See how he's completely fuzzy? Completely. You don't see a single arm. Well, you see like one kind of arm. You don't see the other arm. Let's go back a little bit so you can see him better. Aw, that was a tickly. Okay, I think that's supposed to be him. Oh, it is. Okay. Yeah. So that's the thing with AI. AI is not consistent. Wait, and I think they spelled that wrong. Hold on. Advanced dental with 2 A's. And then the L is like, you see how the L is like legging it over there. That's weird. Okay. Be gone, bitch. I mean, I like that part. That was funny. Okay. Oh, good eye, Susie. I didn't even look at it well enough for that. What was I reading on? Oh, the week coming up. Okay. So, really interesting. So I was laughing at that because we are going to see people getting riled. Like, we are going to see people getting riled. And it's interesting because we go from night to page. They're both in reverse. So there's going to be some, I'm getting chills behind leaks. So I was going to say there's going to be leaks. But it also was more of a malicious compliance thing. So there's that too. What's coming up? What's coming up? What's coming up? What's coming up that they can be maliciously compliant about? What's coming up? Okay. Now, I'll figure it out in a second. But what hit the table? Because this is the energy from the bottom. What hit the table, though? Okay. So the the Knight of Swords. I mean, sometimes it could be your uniform energy, right? But, like, for instance, when we were talking about the parades that were supposed to be in protest, that would be the people with their signs taken to the streets, etc. But in reverse, this would be, I won't say vigilantes, but it's going to be unrest, right? So it's unrest. Oh, interesting, girl. All right, because it says impulsiveness, recklessness. Y'all, have you heard about the flocks? There is this one area where like 30 of those suckers were, I might have the number wrong, but it was a lot of them. But of those suckers were taken down. And then people are spreading knowledge that, oh my God. I think we shared it on the last call. I'm not sure. But there were two, I think we did share this one. There were 2 hits, whatever you call them, on trucks that were carrying data center parts, because word on the street is that's a lot of copper, and copper is really expensive these days. So people have hit up some trucks to take out some parts, and the flocks have copper in them as well. So people are teaching people about certain things dealing with those. So this is a street team, is what I'm saying. There's a street team here. There's some malicious compliance / leaking going on here. So what hit the table to that? taking in that kind of energy of people flipping things on its head. Okay, the Magician came out first. Now, in the reverse, this is our Musky Rat card, but in the upright, this is our Pope card. Jen, this is our Pope card in the upright. So, that's really interesting. But in this case, right now, I'm just going to read it as people being more proactive than just reactive. There will be reactive, but I get, oh, gatherings. I'm sorry, I just heard gatherings. um, oh, I just heard gatherings. People would be proactive. Let's put it this way. So this is also a manifestation card, but this is literally my Pope card. So we'll be on the lookout for something in this next week coming up between the 12th and the 18th to see if the Pope takes a lead, because it was the very first card out. There's an 8 of Swords card here. This means we're trying to get freedom. So if I'm taking in these two, the malicious compliance and a street team, who's being a lot more proactive, a little recklessly, then I can see people fighting for their freedom. So that's a thing here. And then there's the 10, which is of Wands, and this is in reverse. In this particular deck, a 10 of Wands in reverse is about feeling overwhelmed, procrastination, burnout, but it's also shirking responsibility. And that line strongly sticks out. So, okay. I do think the Pope is going to take to the airwaves this week, and he's going to strongly condemn what's happening in the U.S. Oh, because that dad died. The 50-year-old dad, 52. I don't think his name was Jose. I could have that wrong. ICE killed him. Of course, he doesn't get as much news and as much play because he's not a Renee or an Alex. But we know about it, so there's something there. Okay. A clash in the streets. Okay. And the ICC has recently put out an arrest warrant for Baby. Good luck with that. I don't think they're done. Hold on. Let me see. Did the Pope recently... Is he going to... he might speak on Sunday. Refugees to share lunch with Pope. I wish Peter Thiel would just go ahead and find his exit point, because he called the Pope a Chinese communist agent. Oh, Lord, because he said that AI must be used for the benefit of the common good, not just accumulating wealth. Huh. All right. And you know, they excommunicated basically what seems to be like the Scientology of Catholicism. They excommunicated like 5 people or 6 people. And rightly so. It's like, follow the rules of the land. You're not going to follow it? Fine. Go make your own. So there's that. But these people threatened. It's just going to strengthen the rebel group. Rebel Catholics? Like, dude, you hear yourself? That's weird. It's really weird. Anyway. Okay. I don't know. I think something is going to come out really strong with him this week. However, let's get further information before we keep going. All right. So, I keep hearing the phrase confirmed leak. Interesting. I split the deck and we have the hidden agenda here. So I'm getting the phrase confirmed leak. Confirmed link? Confirmed link? I don't know which one. Confirmed linked or confirmed leak? Confirmed link. Link. Oh, there's some evidence to it. Yes, there's a confirmed link. To what? What is this for? Confirmed link to... What is this for? I think the FBI is going to put out some really false shit, but they're going to say it's real. Okay. We can take the T out of it's real. Yeah. Something's going forward fast. Is this going to be on our land? Is this happening on our land? I keep wondering if that's happening. Oh gosh, what was that? Three of Cups. So, a disconnection, overindulgence. I was trying to ignore this before. The Knight of Cups. It was on the bottom of the deck before. The Knight of Cups. False Trojan horse. Something... Because there's the Hierophant here. So there's something fake about to happen. What is it? Okay. I think it's going to be fake information leaked. I know they just released something about some alien shit. That shit looks fake. There's a governmental release. Something really, really, really fake. It's a Trojan horse. But it's really too... Oh. Did y'all know there's an MOU that is circumventing the blocked bill to let the Blue Star country infiltrate our military? Now there's an MOU. This is the second time I've heard of it. It's heard of an MOU. There's something here, though. Because there's a Five of Wands here. There's something about a fight or something. Okay. There's an Ace of Cups and a Two of Cups. New beginning and a new partnership. All right, how are we putting this together? How does it go into the Eight of Wands and the 10? See, the Eight of Swords, which is liberation. Again, expanding, seeing opportunities. But next to a 10 of Wands is like, one is good, one is like, not so much. You know, overwhelm, procrastination, burnout, shirking responsibilities. What are we talking about here, though? Okay, clarify this for me, please. What are we talking about here? I don't know if you're talking to me well enough. Are you talking to me? What do you mean? What do you mean? I want to wrap up. What are we looking at this week? What are we looking at this week? Queen of Cups. Is that Kami? I haven't seen her. Have y'all seen her lately? I haven't seen her since before the 4th. Joy Behar rejects Cami for 2028. Cami is beating Gavin. What are we doing? She shares what she admires about WMD play. Democrats haunted by Biden-Harris switch as they place partner in. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nobody's haunted by that. She's been quiet. So you show me a Queen of Cups card. Is that still her? Or is that something else? Someone else? What are you showing me? Why is she quiet? I just thought about that. She's been extremely quiet. You wonder if the announcement about Boo Boo was signaling for something else to happen. There's choices here. And then there's the Emperor. And then there's the Death card. So I think you're onto something there too. Yes, because the bottom of the deck is Wheel of Fortune. Something is coming. And it's a Strength card too. 3, 4? Whoa. And we have the World card. Some plans ending. Okay, this is why they're trying to hurry up and do the bunker. Okay. 3, Empress. In reverse. Stagnation. Okay. Then I have a Knight of Pentacles and a Page of Pentacles, both in reverse. Who... Stagnation. Stagnation, stagnation. Okay, so something's being shifted, being stopped. Okay, like I said, we have the 7 of Cups here. Normally this, you could call this illusion delusion, but I don't think so. I think this is about choice, and I think this is about where we're starting to go. Interesting. Because the word imagination here is jumping out to me big, and it feels like finally being able to imagine a world that's a little bit different. And what I mean, to clarify, is like, okay, for instance, I owe a crap ton of money for student loans thanks to interest ballooning. And so I never dreamt of my own home. Like I never dreamt of owning my own home because as long as I have that debt, I'm not going to add more debt like that, right? So that's just how I think. And so I've never been able to dream of my own home. Instead, it's like I got to get that debt out of the way first, and then I can dream about where I want to live, what it needs to look like, etc. This feels similar to that. It's like they've been so far away from the ending of this, but now they can dream of what that actually looks like. Because, and it's interesting, because, and dude looked like he was scared shitless, saying, like he looked so scared, saying that they were putting out the arrest warrant, that I prayed for him while he was talking. I was like, dear Lord, please let this man survive. Because, they got rid of another judge that was part of his case before. We're talking about the boo-boo over in the blue country. And like he was so nervous reading that or saying it that I prayed for him. I was like, oh my gosh, Lord, please let him survive. But now I think they're in a place where they can imagine a world without him. Likely because they know there is a world without him. The Death card follows immediately after the Emperor card. Yeah. And then what follows immediately after the death card is some karma, some goodness, some switcheroo, some energy returning where it needs to return. And it's interesting. This is water, fire, water, fire. That's pretty cool. But the next card is the strength card. And this is why I'm telling you this is all a big deal, is because these 4 cards are all major arcana, and there's still 2 more cards, and these came out back to back to back to back, and y'all saw me shuffling like crazy. So we have 6 major arcana cards of the 7 on the table, back to back to back to back. So this is definitely a strong, and I'm not saying that because of the word strength, with the karma coming back, the wheel of fortune, the change, the cycle, like it feels like strength is returning to the world, instead of like having to cower under these people. But that's interesting, because then we have the world card, but in reverse. And that is a little crazy because, oh, wait, hold on. I'm trying to pick it up. Because I'll start talking because the thought is forming, and then sometimes I'm talking and the thought doesn't finish forming. Like I don't finish downloading what I'm getting. Okay. So it feels like blocking the takeover. That's why this is coming up as incomplete for the world. They have been on track to take over the world. The pushback is coming. The pushback is here. Because the Empress card is showing stagnation, lack of growth, creative blockages. I think you're going to see this with the data centers more and more, because that's how they need to take over, is with the data centers. And now you got the Pope speaking out on AI. Okay. With the ICC. Okay. It definitely has something to do digitally, because I think of these as coins, sometimes, or as AI itself, with this. And then, okay. Yeah. There's about to be a lot of stagnation here. There's about to be a lot of, you know what? Never mind. We're not getting that data center. You know what? The people said they don't want it. So, hey, we're not going to get it, for the different countries that it was spread out into. And I think with our people too, not so much a night, but a page, it's going to be similar. It's going to be similar. There's going to be more no's than yeses. There's going to be people changing things. Oh, shoot. I just got, I don't know what state this is going to be in, but I get an entire city council being outed as being on the take. Like one of these things that pushed a AI center through without people's consent, they're going to be outed and fired. Because this was in the reverse just now, and now this is in the affirmative. They're starting something new. They're going to be sharing that information and firing an entire council. Whoa. Yep. Delays, setbacks, the energy. Oh, that's what we're... Okay. I don't have time to read on it right now because I'm trying to wrap up. So as far as like this week goes, I don't think that was this week. I think that was just some coming up stuff. I think this week we do have, see, the people. It's changing. The balance is shifting. And there's the AI right here, the eight of Pentacles. It is happening, and it is not going to survive. It's not going to win. People are going to push back, and that's not going to work. Yep, Queen of Pentacles. The nurturing of communities is about to start happening. Pentacle, Pentacle, Pentacles. And Magician, they're going to get what they want. Plus, as I said, the Pope has spoken up about AI. And the lies are going to be seen. Ooh, and the people are going to take personal power. I do feel destruction of some of these things. They are definitely organizing. There's definitely organizing. And there's definitely organizing. Let's just put it that way. All right, so I'll just end with that. I don't have week 3 panned out. I think I'm gonna have to try again. Maybe we're getting the death notice this week. Maybe that's what it is. We got Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe we're talking about just Mitchie's death, but I just had a feeling that we're not just talking about him. There's a Queen of Pentacles here. I don't think we're talking about any of those women I mentioned before. But something's going to abruptly end. Oh. But, like the butterfly, things have to die before something new can begin. So, I think what we're looking at with this week, I think we're going to get the Mitch announcement. I don't think they're going to be able to stretch it a whole month. I really don't. Yeah, I see some revelation coming here. This Queen of Pentacles, maybe this is his wife. It might be his wife. Announcing the death, letting us know about it finally. Because, like I said, she got the go-ahead. And they're not victorious in hiding it. So I think that's going to be it. Yeah, we're likely going to hear about the death this week. Just makes more sense. Release us. Let us get new people. People are going to think it's a victory, but it's just a ham bone. It's just a ham bone. I do feel exposure for sure this week. Definitely feel some exposure this week. And I will tell you something similar to what Grant's going through. Graham. There's another one. There's another one. There's another one. I don't know if it's another female for Graham or if there's another person going down similar to Graham. Something that's been planned for a while. I hope it's not like John Ossoff or Tallarico. Because for some reason it does feel like another Democratic hit. Not liking it. Okay. Somebody's world is going to end. Somebody's run is about to end. Somebody's run is about to end. And it's going to be a legal reason. And I think it is going to have something to do with sexual assault, of course. And the evidence is available. And some sneaky stuff is about to be released. And it's going to make the White House happy. But I will tell you, this is a plan of some very nefarious people. And what goes around does come around. So this person will be paying karma because they did it. You know, honestly, I think everybody in that place should be shaking in their boots because everything you've done is going to come back and come out, especially if other people know about it. Yeah, another big person. Another big person. Who could it be? I hope it ain't Mammy Dammy Mondani. Let's just ask real quick. Is it? Because somebody's burnt out from it. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, bad luck. You know, it's Mercury retrograde. All right. Is it going to be another Democratic candidate? Oh, Jesus. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes. 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 You fool! Yep, it's going to put them out to pasture. And again, it was a secret plan. And again, they let it out. I wonder who. I do too. I do feel like, though, that it might be fake. But I don't know. Because it says there's denial here. They're going to try to put him on an island or something with child things. Maybe say it was a teenager. Something reckless and foolish. And like I said, foreign interference. So this is information coming from overseas. Why do I feel like Stone is the person who does this? And it's like it delays it. Just trying to see. I think the truth will come out, but and it does have something with the Ollie's paying for it. What is it? Who could it be? I don't know, because part of the game is to corrupt people and they'll hold it over their heads forever. So it's just the way they go. It can be anybody, to be honest. And all you have to do is drink around them. Next thing you know, they're taking pictures of you, even if you've never done it. But you can't say you didn't do it because there's a picture about it. So that's the way the island works. Some of them people didn't do anything, but they're in the pictures. Creative pictures. Okay, so I don't know. I'm going to leave on that, but is that what we're talking about? There's a hangman here. Like I said, there's a stubbornness. So this person doesn't feel like they're going to go down without a fight. Justice does peek around the head. Is it justice for them? Justice against them? Booker or Hakeem? Booker is a useful tool. So I don't think it's going to be him. But Hakeem, maybe. They need Booker in the Senate. They can't mess up the Senate. Hakeem? You know, you said he's got to go down at some point. But Hakeem, I don't know. That Eight of Wands came back out. It could be. But like I said, they're going to be fighting. There's a Justice card here. And again, it's the Six of Cups, the little petty card. So, Justice and Death. I'm not sure. If y'all remember, it wasn't petty stuff that we said he would actually get caught on. Somebody's looking for sure. But he might hold his ground. But they're still going to... Look, these numbers diminish. So, I was saying he might hold his ground. There's a 7, and then there's a 5, and then there's a 3. Like, it literally diminishes. So, I was going to say he might hold his ground. He might not. I think the information is going to be fake or embellished. Who knows? I don't know. We'll read on this later. I'll put it as a question. It could be a birds of the feathers, like who you hang out with type of thing. And then the story, there's something leaking. Somebody's going to whistle and say that they know more. And then that's going to bring a legal action. Okay, somebody might be sued. Watch and see what the DOJ does. There's a hidden agenda here. So like I said, it could be a setup. It's a Fool card here. Oh my goodness. And there's the Empress. So this feels like a setup. Yep, Death card came out again. All these majors. And that Magician card. It does feel like a setup. I'm not saying they're totally exempt, but there's a setup here. Absolutely. Something kind of blackmailish, like leave or do what we say or whatever it is. But anyway, all right. I'm still not clear on 3, so I'll probably ask tomorrow because I'm not clear on it. It does feel like exposure. It does feel like expose. And we'll likely hear that Mitch has passed on, which would explain the AI video. So, I'm sorry to keep y'all so long. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging. Bye now. Oh, man. We're in for it. Strap in. I do want to read on tomorrow, though, about the EO. That's what I was supposed to read on tonight. Anyway, talk soon.